Welcome everybody to our latest session of the Empire of the Ghouls. As usual, we're going to do a quick recap of what occurred last week, and then we'll get underway. So team, you'll likely recall, when we picked up last week, you guys were in Gristle. You guys had gathered some additional information from Gristle after having already helped Gristle with the issue with recovering the bodies. You did do a little detour into the area where the Grave Slayers made their headquarters in order to touch base with Havard Glimmerstone. He was an individual was told might have some information. He spoke with you, but it wasn't particularly productive, as it seems like he was being fairly tight-lipped. Maybe you guys didn't ask the right questions, or maybe he was just in a bad mood, hard to say. But he gave very little information of much use, just a little bit, before you guys decided that it was time to move on. You knew the next leg of your journey was to make your way from Gristle up to the Black Fortress in order to speak with Yarrow Whitebeard up there. So you guys did indeed hire a mule in Gristle to do some carrying. Later discovered the mule's name was Peanut, as a fun little side bit of trivia. With that complete, you guys then set out on your journey to the Black Fortress, traveling along a beaten, well-traveled path between Gristle and the Black Fortress. During that travel, you had an encounter with a wyvern. You guys were sort of in the hilly areas and noticed some rocks falling, and shortly thereafter found a wyvern flying down and attacking you guys. The wyvern was using very good use of its fly ability to basically, hit and run tactics, fly in, strike, and then fly away. You guys did what you could to try to hit it from a distance, some of you trying to climb the rocky terrain to get to it. We had Vigo turning into a spider, which made it much easier to fly up there, or to climb up there, I should say. At one point in time, the wyvern actually grabbed onto Barnaby and lifted him up into the hills, and seemingly was going to probably kill and eat him there. But luckily, Barnaby was able to strike the wyvern with a pretty decent blow, and as the spider started making its way up to the wyvern, it decided to move further away. So it flew up in the air pretty high and then dropped Barnaby, likely hoping the fall would kill him and he could just swoop down and pick him up and eat him. But that fall actually did not kill Barnaby, severely wounded him, but he was still surviving. The wyvern then flew to the south. Whether that was to set up another wing attack or not, you guys weren't quite sure at that time. But after you were able to regroup, the wyvern seemingly was no longer there, no longer coming back to attack at least. You guys scoped the area about a little bit, saw what you could see to try to avoid any additional dangers from the wyvern. No issues there. Eventually, you guys moved on. After a little bit of time traveling, again, this is a multi-day travel between Gristle and Black Fortress, a little over 2 days. So it was later in that day that you guys slept out, found this area to camp. Sort of a little horseshoe indentation in the hills. You guys decided to go there, throw down your tents, and rest and relax for the night. During the night, as most of you guys were in tents, relaxing, we had a visitor appear in the camp. Most of you did not see this visitor, especially those of you on watch, as it was very much obscured by the mist that had appeared there, and it very much was masqueraded by that mist, as it itself was made of mist, so it seemed to very effortlessly hide within the mist. It first started by going into the tent where Caliban was and trying to use this tendril of smoke, push it down his throat, and likely very bad things would happen there. Luckily, after a little bit of time, there was enough of a commotion, even though this creature is known for very silently killing opponents. There was enough of a commotion to alert at least some of your team. Grim there on watch, then tried to alert the rest of the team. Most of you guys woke up pretty quickly. However, Zach was feeling a little still tired and still catching some Z's. Eventually, you guys were able to fight this opponent, noticing that it was immune to bludgeoning damage, which at first you guys mistook for immunity to non-magical attacks. However, eventually Zach did wake up and use a spell on the creature, which it made it think that it was grappled by a vine coming out of the ground, and it realized it couldn't get away, essentially tried to fight you guys. Once it was badly hurt, it then pleaded for its life And there may be some of you that were kind of contemplating that, but no, you guys decided ultimately to just kill it. And you were able to do just that, killing the creature and ending the threat. You guys then continued that rest, managed to wake up the next morning, made your way over to the Black Fortress, and discovered that it was awash in refugees from Krakovar. A lot of these refugees look very dirty and despondent, looking like they don't have a whole lot of hope in their lives. You guys were spending a little bit of time trying to aid them, particularly giving some food to one mother and her two young children. She was seemingly so much in shock, she just dispersed that food to her kids without even really communicating in any way. You guys realized just how bad it was here. You spoke with the guards there at the Black Fortress and asked for an audience with Yarrow Waitbeard. And after consulting inside, the guard did come back out and invite you inside to do just that. Yarrow asked if what exactly you wanted, if you had a letter of introduction from anybody in leadership of Grisol. You guys realized that that wasn't something that you actually had. So he asked you to take this test, which was using an anvil, and he pounded on it. It seemed to have a magical effect, which prevented your ability to tell lies. He then spent some time questioning you guys, most of you, or at least a couple of you he asked to step outside when the anvil did not affect you. He then asked several questions of the group. And once he had gathered as much information that made him feel confident that you were who you say you were and your goals aligned with his goals, he was then a bit more forthcoming. Eventually, you guys showed him this drawing that you had found on one of the Derricule, and he identified the drawing as being belonging to the Archduke Avgost Wolerska of Krakovar, or Krakova, when it was still a human kingdom. So he explained some additional information. Particularly, you guys asked about where the court in exile was. And after he felt like he could trust you, he then let you know that they were currently in Cariessen, which was a town in the Greater Duchy of Dornig to the north. And after, again, asking some additional details, you guys ultimately decided to make your way to the Greater Duchy of Dornig, to that town of Cariessen. As you were traveling there, Vigo started getting a little bit of a sense that somebody was following you guys. This has happened a couple of times in your journey so far. He got a little bit more nervous this time, and eventually, due to his vigilance, was able to catch a glance of somebody at a distance, pretty far distance away from you, who seemed to be walking your direction. Once it became somewhat apparent that this individual had been spotted, as your group kind of paused and didn't, maybe you stutter stepped or something along those lines that implied that you weren't moving at your same pace, they tried to quickly get out of your line of sight, tried to essentially run away. Vigo wild-shaped into a cat form, a lion form, and charged after this figure. He was eventually able to catch up to the individual, had a very brief chat with the individual before he took an aggressive posture towards that individual, essentially trying to hold the figure, the individual there, so the rest of the team could catch up, as he had greatly outpaced the rest of the team. Realizing what was going on here, the figure revealed itself to be a ghoul, a Derricule, in fact, and attacked Lion Vigo right then and there. So Vigo is able to fight the Derricule in combat for a few rounds, able to resist that paralyzing strike, but due to some absolutely amazing dice rolls by yours truly, most all of those attacks hit, dealing pretty significant damage. Eventually, the lion was not able to resist a paralyzing claw, and that put him in a very bad spot, where the follow-up attack was strong enough that it dropped him to 0. Another attack was then a critical hit, which was 2 failed death saves, and unfortunately, rolling on that critical hit table, it did do a bleed effect, which means as soon as his turn started, it was a 3rd failed death save, and we lost Vigo. So the rest of the team was catching up. The closest one to the opponent at that time was Grim, and that is where we ended for the night. So, team, that's our quick recap. Anything I missed? Anybody would like to add?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Brian.
We learned that we're trying to find the Knights of Sif, and the Archduke of Carousel which by the carousel, I always hear the word Carrielison on the road. Carrielison. He's the Archduke there, I believe, and that's who we need to talk to. We're warned that he's kind of a pompous prick by so many words.
Yes, go ahead and take inspiration there. I'll clarify a couple of real quick things. He's not the Archduke of Carriesen. He's the Archduke of Krakovar, or Krakovo when it was still a human kingdom. He's part of the court in exile that had fled there. And when you guys asked where is the court in exile located, that's when you learned they are in Carriesen. So you can think of them sort of as like the rebel resistance from Krakova that are sort of in hiding there in Carriesen.
Who needs inspiration?
I do. Or somebody else does.
Oh, Bill, you're first. You're first, Bill. Gotcha.
Yeah, you can take it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I
But it's
was
good,
gonna ask real quick, where roughly are we on the map right now? I know we're traveling. I wasn't sure, like, kind of exactly where we are.
We're headed like north of the hold we were just in.
The Black Fortress.
You guys are north of the Black Fortress at the moment. I'll bring the map up here in just a moment. Is there any additional additions to the recap anybody would like to do before we pull you guys over there?
Yep, I got one. So kind of the gist of what we learned actually about the Archduke is we get the sense that he is the heir, or at least supposedly supposed to be some kind of next ruler. Which is why we found that poster on a ghoul, as it's likely a hit list of they need to take him out.
I'm not sure if you've learned that he's next in charge, and I'm not sure if you know that it's a hit list or not, but I will say that's good intuition. You might be correct, but yeah, go ahead and take inspiration as well, Archgale. All right, anybody else? All right, so we'll go ahead and close that out. All right, so as far as the question of where exactly are you at the moment, let's go ahead and get you guys over to the map. As a reminder, this is the second map. The first leg of your journey was from Zobak up to Grisal. This second part of your journey, you can see that you guys are currently, and let me go ahead and reveal this line here. You're not fully there yet, but this will make more sense when I reveal this. So this is your path up to Carriesen. And you'll notice the X marks the what was that spot. That is where you currently are. Does that answer your question? Okay, good deal. All right, so guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I kind of did and then explain how we're going to handle this.
I'm dead already.
No. But so what I first did is I made this map much bigger because I was like, clearly this is going to be a bit of a distance issue at this point. So after the Derricule killed Vigo, she still had movement. She could move away. We are then at the top of the round. And what I realized after building this large map out, you can see it's, 4 times bigger than what it was, is that this is going to be very slow and tedious because of how far you guys are away. So instead, what we're going to do here is use the chase mechanic. So this is the rules in the DMG. We're going to try this out. We're going to see if we like it. Let me know if you guys have feedback afterwards. I'm hoping this will make it speed up, but we will see since it's the first time we've tried to use it.
I have a question before we go. I appreciate this. Let's do it. But I keep hearing the word they. When we looked back at the trail, it was used they, and then we encountered only a single person. When we looked at the trail, did we think it was a they, or we just saw one person behind us?
You did not get a chance to look at the trail. You saw them way behind you, and then Vigo turned into a cat and rushed out there as fast as he could, so you certainly haven't had time to stop and check for footprints or try to gauge numbers or anything like that.
Okay.
I'm one of the other people who passed the perception check, and I only saw the one female figure.
Okay.
But I don't know if ghouls... That's a whole other thing, but there you go, Brian. I don't know if that helps you.
All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys.
Yeah, I'm getting nervous, but let's go.
So here's what we're going to do, guys. You're going to notice that in this map, the squares here are 10 feet each. So the idea is this is intended to make it easier to track the actual chase. Basically, as you're getting closer to her, she's going to be trying to get further away. There are chase mechanics involved, and that's what we'll get into. But the basic idea is where exactly you are on an up and down basis isn't really important. This is just representing how far away from you you are from her. So basically, you're just going to move in a straight line like this, as is she. And each round of the chase, there's a chance that she gets away, which basically means you lose sight of her. You're not sure where she is at that point. Because she gets away doesn't necessarily mean for sure you can't find her again, but it makes it much more difficult. You don't know, again, if you can't see her, she could be moving any which way. She could be hiding in tall grass. I mean, there's many things like that that could be going on. So you basically want to try to not lose sight of her. And of course, she's going to try to shake you guys. She's going to try to lose sight and try to hide or do something else to make it where you can't easily follow her. You can, if you wish, act like by casting a spell or something like that if you want to, but the general assumption of the chase is that you're dashing every turn trying to essentially catch up. If you don't do that, of course, you're going to fall behind more quickly, and hopefully that will make sense by the chase mechanic. So since we're moving into a chase, we're going to start initiative fresh because this is at the top of the round anyway, so nobody lost a turn or anything like that. We're going to go ahead and start initiative here. Okay, so Zach, you're the first to act. I'll show you how this is going to work, but basically, again, the assumption is you're chasing after her. If you have a different idea, feel free to speak up.
Yeah, since my range is quite large, like I can hit 180 feet with my max spell. I'm not going to be dashing. I'm basically going to run the full distance that I can, which is 35 feet, and then take some type of a spell action probably every turn until.
All right.
You know,
so you can do that. Now just keep in mind, because we're doing a chase and we're moving in 10-foot increments, you'll lose that 5 feet if you're only moving 35. If you dashed, you would get 70 to get your full 7 squares. But if you're only moving 35, because we're moving in 10-foot increments, you'll only get 30.
Okay, I think that's fine. At least for, maybe the first couple rounds or whatever. But
sure, yeah, you can change your mind in future if you wish. Yeah, that's no problem. So feel free to move up to 3 squares then, and then take a spell action if you wish.
All right, so I'll move here, and then I will cast Witch Bolt at her.
All right, so again, you can assume she's about 60 feet away from you right now. Okay, that will certainly connect. All right, she will be struck by that.
Okay, and I believe that is all I can do right now, so that will be my turn.
All right, so now the way that chase works is at the end of your turn, you're going to roll a macro about a chase complication. Now, this does not affect you. It's going to affect the next person that acts. So this is going to affect Grim. All right, so you're going to finally make this easy for you guys to get to. All right, so I've just set this as a token action. So Zach, if you make sure your token's selected, you're going to see a button at the top that says Wilderness Chase Complication. Go ahead and click that for me.
I am not seeing that. Or I can add it, though, manually to my bar at the bottom.
It's on top near set conditions.
Yeah, it's not on mine. It's just not there. But I added it to the bar and clicked it from the bottom.
All right, so Grim, that is your chase complication. So Grim, make a Constitution saving throw. All right, so having failed that save, as you're rushing forward as best you can here, Grim, dust is kicked up in your face, you're blinded, which makes your speed halved.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, so then I will... Still can't roll well in this game. I'm going to... I can't beat a 10 con save, really?
Yeah, you roll a 2.
Rolled a 2. Can I inspire that, Adam, before I even do anything else?
If you want to burn inspiration, you can, yep.
Nice.
All right, so you're not affected by that complication then. You can act as normal.
All right. So I'm going to... movement is 30. Now, does this terrain mean anything?
It only is supposed to represent generally what you're seeing. It doesn't affect your movement, but it might represent like ability to hide. But for your purposes, it doesn't mean anything.
Okay, then I'm going to bonus action my last adrenaline rush. 1, 2, 3. And then action, strike out at her with my flail.
Okay. That will miss. In fact, let's see, why is that not showing up as red? It looks to me like you rolled a 1 and you had 7,
did.
right? Okay, that
Yeah,
is a fumble.
It's assuming he has an advantage.
Okay, that makes sense then. So please roll a melee fumble. All right, you are quite embarrassed after doing all that running.
I'm tired. Almost blinded, you know?
Yeah.
What was that? What was in my mind? Okay, that's it. End my turn. He's over here.
All right, now Grim, you're going to go ahead and roll that complication for Archgale. Same one. Okay, so Archgale, Constitution saving throw. All right, so the dust does get you,
will
Archgale.
burn inspiration on that.
All right, feel free. The dust does get you, Archgale. Your speed is halved.
All right, excellent. So half speed meaning I can only move like what, 1.5 squares?
Well, if you dash, then you'd be able to move 3 squares, assuming your base speed is 30 feet. If you don't dash, then 1 square, correct?
Oh, but these are all times I see. Okay. Okay, all right. That kind of threw a wrench in my my thoughts there. All
Me
right.
too.
So
That's why I burned an inspiration.
I know it didn't work for me though. And that's actually still not going to be enough. Because each of these is 10 feet, right?
They are each 10 feet, correct?
Oh, all right. Well, here's what I'll do. I will action dash to move the 3 squares.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and then um, let's see. Any? Not a whole lot I would like from this. Um, let's see. Bonus action. Bonus action. Nope. Nope. All right. I end my turn.
All right, and then you'll go ahead and roll a complication for Barnaby. All right, no complication. Barnaby.
That's because I'm a gnome. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Anyone garden gnomes are just lucky, I guess. All right, he's going to get there, realizing that running seems to cause dust to blow up or whatever, right? I'm going to go ahead and Eldritch Blast her.
Okay. That is going to miss. And once again, you have rolled a 1. So spell fumble, please.
And why didn't that show up?
I thought it did before, but I'm wondering if because... Yeah, I swear, even when we had it set to roll advantage, it showed up even if you still roll a 1. I'm not sure. I'm guessing this is a roll 20 thing.
All right. Okay. So let's see what happens there. I'll fumble.
All right. All enemies have advantage on their attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn.
Oh my golly, I'm so glad I'm far away.
All right. Then you will roll a complication for Caliban. Okay, so Caliban, as you're making your movement here as part of the chase, you step into a swarm of bugs. That swarm of bugs is going to make an attack against you. 20, I believe that is going to hit.
20 would hit, yep.
See, guys, you can roll high. You just have to be a DM.
All right, that's going to deal 5 points of poison damage to you there, Caliban.
Okay. And would they take a opportunity attack, or is it just like a one-time thing?
This is just a one-time thing. In chases, there's no opportunity attacks from you or the person you're chasing. There could be from other creatures, but that's just a chase mechanic, so no opportunity attacks.
Okay. I still have jump engaged, so I think I have 50 feet for normal movement.
So I think we determined this last time. With jump, you can spend 10 to get 30, and that leaves you with 50 remaining. So basically, you could move 80 in a round.
Using a dash.
If you use the dash, correct.
Right, yeah. So that's pretty... So I think 80 to there. Could I... If
One,
I...
two,
Did I do that right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. 7 squared.
So get to there. Okay. Yeah, actually, I'm 20 feet from her now.
Now, to clarify, that's a move and a dash. So you action dashed, right?
Oh, that's right. That's action dash. Could I action surge?
Assuming you have one left, yep.
I have one left, so I can put that in the chat. Do the resource report for that. That's 0 of those. But then what? Shoot. So where do I leave it with spells? Do I have? Oh, I got a couple left. Okay, good. Let me. Yeah, I'm gonna point my sword out and fire a cone of fire, enough to catch her, but I'm gonna try and miss Grim with that cone, so sort of angle it a bit. If that's okay.
$15-foot cone. She's currently 20 feet away from you. I don't think that's going to hit her.
Oh, it's gonna be 15. I was thinking as the width. I'm not sure. Is that? I wasn't factoring in distance. Okay. Right. I forgot these squares are that big. Sorry. Do you want to just burn that, or I
No, you
realize
could.
that's too far out.
You can take it back. No, it's again. This is first time we've done a 10-foot square, so it's a little bit different.
Okay. So instead, I'll fire a magic missile out.
Okay.
Cast that at first. Oops. Not sure why that rolled twice for me again. Still having that problem.
All right. I'm just taking the first one times 3, so that'll be 9 points of damage.
And I'll do my resource reporting for that, and then end my turn.
All right. Then you will roll a complication for her. All right. So as she's rushing forward, she will get to there, but potentially have to move back. Let me make a check for her real quick. Okay, so she'll fail that. She'll take some damage. Caliban, since you rolled that, go ahead and roll 1d10 against her. All right, so she runs through some razor vine, getting caught up a bit. As she's pushing through that razor vine, so I'm going to move to her turn. She does her running and so forth. Glory, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna dash.
All right, so at the end of the round, what she has to do now is, since she's moved through that... Oh, yes. Right, I forgot the complication already. So this would be the complication. I'll roll this for Glory. All right, perfect. And then Glory, hold off one moment. We'll see if the complication matters for Zach. So at the end of the first round of the chase, she has to now make a check to see if she's basically broken sight from you guys. So the way that works is she makes a stealth check against the highest one of your passive perceptions. So I think that's Archgale, but feel free to type in or call out your passive perception. Or actually, I think I have you guys posted that on the bottom. So let's see. Yeah, Archgale's got a 17. Okay, so since she just went through the razor vine, that's going to provide some essentially like cover for her. I was going to say she's making this check at disadvantage, but because of that, I'm just going to make it straight up. So here comes her stealth check. She's got to beat a 17. She does not beat a 17, so we move to the next round of the chase, and we move to Zach.
All right, so I'll move the 30 feet up.
Sorry, one sec, Zach. I already forgot the complication again. Glory, now you please roll the complication for Zach.
Okay, I don't see the thing on my token either.
So when you click your token, you don't see it up at the top, a button that says Wilderness Chase Complication?
Oh, up the top. There it is.
Okay, so Zach, as you're running through, a swarm of insects will attack you. 19, I'm pretty sure that's going to hit.
Yes, it will.
All right, it'll be 7 points of damage to you. It looks like you're currently concentrating on something. Is that accurate?
Yes, it's the Witch Bolt.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and take that damage. Shouldn't have rolled it 3 times. Obviously, we'll always take the first one in that case, so you succeed on your concentration check.
Okay, so then I will bonus action Witch Bolt for the free damage. So that's 2 points of damage to her. And then I will also cast Chromatic Orb at her.
And remind me, did you do innate sorcery previously? So this is advantage? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. That'll hit.
Yes. Okay, and then damage. 13 points of thunder damage.
Okay, that'll wound her as well.
And that will be my turn.
All right, now, as part of this, I don't think this is going to hit anybody. Appreciate you rolling that, Zach, so no complication from Grim. I don't think this is going to hit anybody right away, but keep in mind your Constitution modifier. Each round that you're dashing, you're kind of, running out of juice. Baseline is you can dash 3 rounds in a row. If you're not dashing, this won't affect you. But if you're dashing multiple rounds, you'll be able to do that 3 rounds plus your con mod before you start to have to make checks to get exhausted. Grim, go ahead.
All right, movement 30. Action dash 30, action surge attack.
$14 will miss. And then roll a complication for Archgale.
Grappler.
If I hit, I could shield bash her and knock her prone, so that's the whole plan.
All right, Archgale.
I'm just a hair too far away from everything. Okay. That's 60, which would be 120, 120. I guess I'll just dash, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, let's see, 60 feet. No, but I can't attack because I just used my action. So, very cool. I don't think there's much I can do, so I have my turn.
All right, roll a complication then for Barnaby. Okay, Barnaby.
Wait, I have small legs. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run. I'm going to take a measurement. All right, I'm not going to be able to hit with that, so I'm going to go ahead and use mine to dash.
Okay.
And with all the dust blowing, she doesn't see my reaction. Give her the middle finger.
All right, fair enough. Roll a complication for Caliban.
Rolling low for you, my friend.
All right, no worries. Caliban.
Yay. So again, I'll have to take the dash action, but that can put me, I guess, to here. But that was my. I don't think I have a bonus action that I can do anything with. That is all I can do.
All right, go ahead and end your turn, then roll a complication for her. Okay, so the bugs bite at her as well. That will not connect. All right, rushing in through the tall grass. We move to Glory, but here comes a complication for Glory. No complication. Okay, Glory.
Does she take an opportunity attack from these two?
There are no opportunity attacks in a chase from people you're running with because they're trying to simulate that you're running at the same time.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we'll hold
I
off
just
on that.
dash.
Yep. All right. So then once again, she will now make a stealth check against that DC 17 to see if you guys have lost sight of her. No, you guys are still able to see her. So Glory, go ahead and throw me a complication. All right. Excellent, Zach.
Okay, I think she got outside of the 120-foot range that I have, so that would drop concentration because Witch Bolt can't go that far. So I'm just gonna dash for the 70 feet.
Okay. 7 squares. Got it.
So that will put me there, and I will end my turn.
All right. And then complication for Grim. Okay. Excellent. And Grim.
Okay, I used all my special abilities, so now we're just running. So 60.
Okay. Complication for Archgale.
Yeah, I already rolled it. It's in there.
Oh, my bad. I missed it. Okay. Archgale.
Oh. And you said that we can only dash so many times based on our con?
Well, you could dash as much as you like, but after you've dashed 3 rounds plus 1 for each con mod, so if you have a +2, you could dash 5 rounds. After you've dashed 5 rounds, you're going to start making con saves to see if you take exhaustion.
Okay, cool. I have a +3 in that, so I'll get 6 rounds. All right. Oh, that's really nothing else I can do. I guess I'll just action dash again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And wow, I can't even do that. All right, cool. I am my turn.
Okay, Barnaby.
The luck of the gnome is still continuing, but I'm way behind. I don't know what else to do other than hope she falls, right? All right, I am going to dash. There you go. That'll end my turn, and I will push the button above. Another low roll for you, my friend.
He's calling him now. All right, Caliban.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So I think Caliban can just with his 50 feet of movement get to here, and still leave an action to attempt to grapple.
You can, yes. So if you're attempting to grapple, I know we got this wrong last time, or I should say I got this wrong last time. You don't roll anything. She just makes a saving throw. So it's either a strength or dex save against your strength. So 8 plus your proficiency plus your strength mod. So here comes her dex save to avoid being grappled. 10. I don't think that's going to do it. So you have her grappled.
Nice work.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Since you have officially caught her now, right? Now we are out of the chase rules, and now we are into regular combat rules.
With 10 feet squares.
Yes, because it'll be too confusing if I try to switch it
Right.
at this point.
Sounds good. I think that's all I can do. I will end my turn. Do I still put a complication?
No more complications unless we get back into a chase.
Okay. My turn.
All right, on her turn, she is going to, with a really angry grimace on her face as she twists around, realizing you've snatched onto her, she is going to attack you. So first, she's going to try to hit you with her claws, and this is Caliban. 11, that's going to miss. Then she will try to bite you. 14, I believe that will miss as well. And then finally, she'll attack you with that short sword. 18.
Assuming I was running with my shield, that would miss.
I'm assuming you were too, because you guys were in combat just before this. So, all right, that makes sense. So she will miss those attacks. We will move to Glory. Was there a question in there, Glory, or?
No, sorry. My internet just went out briefly.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Getting back on roll 20.
Is it safe to say you're probably going to try to dash to get closer to her?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and scoot you up 6 then, just to keep this moving. We'll move to the top of the round with Zach.
All right, I'll move 30 feet closer here, and then I will cast Sorceress Burst at her.
14. Oh, no, you're 26, right? That'll hit.
Yeah. Yep. And that's Psychic.
Okay, that will wound her.
And that will be my turn.
Okay, Grim.
Gonna move there and attack.
$19 will hit. That will wound her.
Actually, I have Savage Attacker. Dang it. I'm... A D8. I'll just do a D8. Okay, done.
If we disarm her, we can find out what she's trying to do.
Archgale.
I like the way you think. All right. 1, 2, 3. And that will put me in, what was that, 30 feet of her?
That is right.
All right, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cast the spell Command and command her to grovel.
One moment, please. One thing I'm not a big fan of with the 2024 so far is I don't like how the spell is like so brief when you click that expand, because there's way more details there.
Would you like me to read them?
No, that's what I did. I'm pulling it up here to double check.
Okay.
Very interesting. This doesn't say anything about it. Okay, I'm gonna say we'll give that a chance. All right, here comes wisdom save. Okay, so you asked her to grovel. She will have the prone condition.
All right, and then my turn.
Okay, Barnaby.
I'm still coming! All right, so...
Oh, sorry. Actually, let me take that back. Command doesn't affect her until her turn, so she does not have the prone condition.
All right, then I'm actually going to still do what I was going to do, though. I am going to cast Bless on Caliban, Glory, and Archgale.
Don't forget here, Barnaby, we're still in 10-foot squares. What's the range on Bless?
60.
Oh, okay. It's
Oh,
boosted. Okay.
oh no, wait a second. 30. Nope, sorry, 30. I was looking at a different spell with 60. Yeah, sorry. Alrighty. Then, yeah, let me just go ahead and see. Then I probably won't be able to. Sorry, I'd only be able to get one person. That's not worth the spell. All right, I am just going to Eldritch Blast. I may as well.
That will miss.
That's a warning. Better stay where you are.
All right, Caliban, your turn. You currently have her grappled.
A little unclear. Can I attempt to disarm her?
Sure. So I guess what I'll say is you absolutely can try that. I don't know if there's official rules for that in 2024 or not, but we used to do that in 2014 all the time. What I will say, however, is you've noticed her using claws and biting you and using a short sword. So if you knock her short sword out of her hand, you're pretty sure she's still going to try to bite or claw you.
Can I move? So I have her grappled. Is there restrained? Is that an option?
I think, ooh, man, it used to be a feat you had to have to try that.
Can I do that? Okay. Let me. I'm assuming these are all happening fairly close. I'm still gonna just try to smash her at this stage. Actually, I see Barnaby fires a warning shot her way. I'll try to do the same thing. Actually.
I'll say keep in mind that if you're using a melee weapon and you drop her to 0, you can say you knock her out instead of kill her, if that's what you choose.
Okay. Yep. That sounds good.
Yeah, that'll hit. All right, you managed to slash her on her arm.
Just a little nick. Yeah. That will end my turn.
All right, on her turn, the command takes effect. She drops prone and ends her turn. Glory.
All right, I move up 10 feet from her. And then I will I'll attack her normally, but to knock her out.
All right, just want to clarify. Are you sure you want to be 10 feet away from her?
That's the range of the halberd.
Okay, I will just tell you you're attacking at disadvantage because she's currently prone.
Okay, I rolled.
18 will still hit. All right, I think you have Savage Attacker right for that macro, but that does hit her.
Yeah, that'll end my turn.
Okay, we'll move to Zach. Actually, you know what, guys? Here's what I'm going to say. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more turns before it's her turn. She's already down to 19 HP. Just to speed this up a bit, I'm going to say you guys have knocked her out.
Yeah, good call.
Works for me.
All right, grab her. How do I bind her hands? Got anything to tie her up with?
I'm coming.
I've got some rope.
All right. Is it a sleight of hand check to tie her up or strength to tie her up?
No check at all to tie her up. Not yet, anyway.
All right, I'm gonna make it hurt. So I'm gonna bind her hands and feet even.
All right, you've tried to tie her up as best you can, like hog tie is what I'm hearing, to make it where she can't move and can't use her arms.
Yeah, maybe I'm going overboard. I don't know, but you see me very diligently trying to make sure this dirty name won't get up and run from us.
Make sure she can't bite you either. Try to stay away. See if we can stake her down or something.
She may
Stay
try
in.
to. She may try to bite through the ropes with those teeth of hers. Maybe gag her too.
Nah, I'm not going near that mouth. Her hands behind her back, and her feet are about tied, and she ain't going anywhere. Did you want to talk to her anyway, right?
Or read her mind.
You can read her mind?
I can both read and read her mind, yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, do that. Do that.
What time of day is it?
It is later in the day, probably about 6 p.m. or so. The sun is up, but not super bright. It's on the descending side.
Should we find a place to set up a camp and then question her?
I say we deal with this now, and if she starts twisting on us, I smash her head in the name of Vigo.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep her space away, and Glory, maybe give her a poke with that big long stick of yours.
I'll be ready.
Then let's do it.
All right, let's see. Well, Caliban, since you were the victorious one there managing to grapple her, go ahead and roll me a 1d4, please. All right, so you guys have taken precautions. You've got her tied up. You're around her careful here. She's not awake. She's been badly hurt based on you guys' assault on her. You realize that after about 20 minutes passes by, she could be out for some time. Are you guys waiting until she awakens, or are you trying to accelerate her consciousness?
I want to wake her up.
Yeah.
I start
Do whatever
kicking
it
her.
takes.
I kick her in the butt. Get up. Wake up.
She doesn't appear to be sleeping, Grim. She appears to be unconscious.
Oh. What does it take? Like magic or something?
Oh, somebody must remind me. Doesn't was it necro damage heal undead?
In this world, in D&D 5e, generally speaking, no. That's kind of an old world idea where like healing hurts undead and vice versa. Usually in 5e, healing still heals undead.
Fine.
I can go ahead and try to just give her an itsy bitsy bit of healing.
Okay, that's a good idea. Just like a one lay on hands. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, itsy bitsy. You can call it 1 point. I'll call it itsy bitsy. But I do have to touch her, which is yucky.
Touch her foot. Touch her foot right there.
All right, Adam. 1 point of lay on hands. Let's see what it does.
All right, her eyes move open quickly, and you see she blinks a couple of times, and then she just looks at you all, and realizing that she's tied up, you see she wriggles a bit, and then she realizes she can't really move. She will just suddenly turn to you and grin.
Guess it's time to find out what's going on here. And I will cast Detect Thoughts. As soon as I can find it.
Okay, so let's see. Surface thoughts, I believe, is how that one works first, unless you try to probe deeper. Surface thoughts are, I'm not telling these people anything.
Okay, and then I will attempt to probe deeper.
Her deeper thoughts are that she is loyal to her master, Shroudson, Vukas Shroudson, and that she's loyal to the Hunger Cult, and that is why she will not tell you anything. She is wondering if somebody else will now pick up your trail as you make your way up to Carriessen. And she is also thinking about how it took this long for you guys to realize she was following her, because she was following you, because she's been following you since before, since you got to Gristle. Once you left Gristle, she tracked you all the way from there to the Black Fortress and then beyond, and has been doing so quite effectively. But yeah, she realizes that she's going to die now because she lost. She wasn't as good as she thought she was.
Tell us about Vika Straussen.
She says nothing.
And I'll attempt to probe deeper again.
All right, you try to probe a deeper once again. You get a vague image of a person, which is like two, what you would presume to be Derricule, kind of heads together talking. One of them looks almost dressed in like religious kind of vestments, or at least what you presume the Derricule would consider to be religious vestments. Certainly seems to be somebody of high importance in a religious organization. What exactly it is, you're not sure. The other one you presume, again, also to be somewhat important. And in this vision, you don't know if this is real or this is just how she sees him. But the one that isn't dressed in religious vestments seems to be almost a little bit sparkly. It's shiny and almost like larger than life.
Okay, I'll relay to the group that we've been followed since Gristle and all that other information.
Oh, since Gristle. Wait a second. Well, didn't we bring a girl there? Do you work with the girl?
She says
And I
nothing.
will attempt
Do
to
you know-
probe deeper again.
Do you know Farina? Tell us about Farina.
That will not work, and I believe that causes the spell to end.
Yeah, probably. Let me double check. Yeah, on a successful save, the spell ends.
Okay, spell ends.
I think that's all we're gonna get.
You know you're gonna die, and you're totally okay with that. You felt you've served your purpose?
She doesn't even look towards you, Caliban. She doesn't react in any way. All right, I assume that's the death blow there, Grim.
Grim's
All right.
over with this shit. I smash her head in and caves it in.
You No, I'm kidding. Yes, you managed to kill her.
That one's for Vigo.
That's for Vigo. Good
Oh.
magic stuff. Could you read my mind? What am I thinking about right now?
I don't know, probably bacon.
Oh, damn, you're good.
Speaking of Vigo, should we collect his body?
Yeah, we should do that.
I will take up that burden.
Wait, does she have anything in her pockets?
You should look.
I should look? Okay. I'll take a look at him.
So, equipment-wise, she had that short sword. She also had a light crossbow, as well as 30 bolts on her back. She also has a few pieces of parchment. As you kind of just start rifling through there, it looks to be some notes written in a language that you don't understand.
I want those notes. No charcoal drawing of me?
No.
Oh.
Let me see those notes.
Give it to Caliban.
All right, you hand them to Caliban as Zach is holding his hand out like, I just asked for them.
Oh, was it Zach? Sorry.
Caliban takes the notes, kind of looks weirdly at them because he's not really sure, passes them to Zach. Caliban will reach for those bolts, though, as long as anybody has an objection.
Do I recognize what language this is?
Oh, give me a history check. You do not.
I'll pass him over to Archgale, just see maybe he knows.
Oh, thanks.
Again, they're in a language you don't understand. If you're trying to see if you know the language, generally speaking, once somebody makes a check, I'll allow a second check, same exact skill, but it's at disadvantage. So if you want to try to determine the same thing, go ahead and make a history check at disadvantage.
Um, so I assume it's not common, celestial, or draconic then.
It is not.
Okay, then I'll roll the history at disadvantage.
You
Ooh,
also do not recognize the language.
Maybe we
okay.
keep them with us. We might be able to find somebody who can read them later.
Are
Yeah.
we able to, without a check, the ones that we already know, just glance at it and see if it's a language we know?
So I already know all the languages you guys know. I have them on a separate chart, and it's none of those.
Got it. Okay. That saves time.
Yep, exactly the goal there. So,
Well then.
How would I describe this? I'm gonna add it to my character sheet, but
I would say notes from Derricule Spy.
Hey, Zach, could you describe to me maybe a little bit more about what you saw about Vocus Straudsson?
I mean, it seems to be her leader. Definitely, they revere them as almost a deity.
Well, the deity is the hungry ghoul, the Varjason hunger god.
I mean, I would relay basically everything that was mentioned to me before.
Yep, and keep in mind that detect thoughts, it's not like 1080p, right? So you're getting like flittering images and some of it's wavery, that kind of stuff. But yeah, you do the best you can to communicate that to Archgale.
Do you think that the person that he was talking to was Radomir? Or was it two heads? What a weird thing you saw.
I don't believe it was two heads. That's not something that was described to me, right? So I would say no to that question. Just assuming that
Hmm.
was.
I guess
All right.
the question is, does this change anything? Do we have to change how we move? They know we're coming, obviously. They've been following us, but we sort of have to do the same thing, don't we?
I think we just have to keep moving. Clearly, we're being followed.
Yeah, but the problem is now we're putting other people in danger, like the council or the hidden court. They probably will not take lightly to us if we lead a bunch of ghouls to them.
We can't help that. We still have to take care of what we can take care of. Maybe they've got evil people that are following them, and because we're in there, I mean, we can't just assume.
I think we just need to be very vigilant about making sure our tail is clear while we're moving. We don't want to lead anybody, you know.
Why don't we make a diversion? Or make it seem like we're going somewhere else?
As you guys have walked slowly back here to Vigo's body and you're chatting amongst yourselves these exact ideas, these thoughts, you look at the body and you start wondering how are you going to handle Vigo's remains? Are you going to bury him? Are you going to burn him? These thoughts run through your mind as you're also having these other conversations. And also, as you're here, you start to get a whiff of wood smoke as though there is a burning fire somewhat nearby.
Uh-oh.
The hell?
I think I knew Vigo more, though, as far as his body goes. I don't know if he ever told you, Archgale, how he wants to be buried, but I think he would rather be buried and brought back to nature.
Yeah, that's great, but there's a campsite nearby. What if there are more spies?
Yeah, we should clear it.
Mad flesh.
You said it was a wood fire. Like, is this different than like a campfire smell? Does this actually like smell like
Are they burning bacon?
It smells like wood being burned, like campfire smell that has like a unique smell when wood itself is burning, as opposed to like bodies or something like that. I would say you can definitely recognize it as wood being burned.
Can I see the smoke rising up?
Yeah, how do we go there? How do we find it?
Throw me a perception check as you look around for smoke. Keep in mind that, again, it's not bright out right now. It's a little bit on the dimmer side as the evening's fully on. Other than the smell, you don't... Okay, Archgale off to the east is where you notice a thin trail of smoke seemingly rising. Based on your glance right now, you would assume it's somewhere maybe 100 yards, 200 yards away. Hard to say for sure.
I will point in the east direction and say it's over there.
I will pick up Vigo's body and throw him over my shoulder. Let's go. Shall I leave
Okay.
the lion?
Yeah, the lion stays. I can't. We can't. That's too big to bury.
Sounds like we're headed east.
All right, so yes, the lion, of course, was not there. I can remove that token in just a moment. Only Vigo's body remains. But yeah, you guys, so Grim, you have Vigo's body over your shoulder, and you start making your way off to the east. Let me go ahead and move you guys to a different map. All right, so you guys make your way off to the east. You can see you're getting closer. You notice that there's a little bit of a water collection here. So imagine, certainly not a river. Think of this more as it's rained, this probably fills up and is more significant. And when it's not raining, it's not. So you find yourself moving this direction. You're moving to the east. You see this bit of water. You see a bit of a lift area there, like a little bit of an incline or a small hill. You're noticing some rocks around you, that sort of thing.
I cannot see. Does that mean it's dark at nighttime?
It is getting darker-ish, but you should still have some light in the air. Let me see if I can give you a little bit of light.
Yeah, same for me.
I mean, I can just cast light. That's fine too.
I'm going to give you 40%. There you go.
Do we see a campsite or anything?
You can
nearby?
definitely see smoke coming up over this ridge.
Pointed out. That way. Let's go there.
Do you want to be tactical about this, or we just?
I see a dead ghoul. There's a dead body over here. You see it?
Who said that?
Oh, there's a man flesh.
All right, as you move that side and no longer obscured by the ridge, you spot an individual on the other side who looks a bit wounded. Noah, go ahead and describe what your character looks like.
He is a middle-aged halfling. He is wearing armor. He looks a little bedraggled and a little sort of worn out, but he has a big sword strapped to his back and a couple packs, and looks really flustered when you guys come upon him.
Now, when you say a big sword, is that in comparison to a halfling, or what kind of a sword is he carrying?
It's a great sword.
All right.
Hey, who are you? And did you do
Oh,
that?
hello. You're not ghouls. Hey, goodness.
Yeah, we fought a few ourselves recently. Is that your work over there?
No, well, a little bit, I guess, but it wasn't enough. They got my companions. They might be back at any moment. I ran.
Who may
When
be back?
more of these ghouls.
He rushes over and sort of kicks at this ghoul that's on the ground over here, and then runs back.
You
I-
you fought some of them already? You look strong?
Zach, do your mind thing. Can we tell what he's about?
Yeah, and I'll do that subtly, because I wouldn't trust this person.
right?
Okay, so I don't even want to say character name yet because you haven't been introduced, but think of what your surface thoughts might be at this moment. Generally, this is very basic stuff, nothing that is too detailed. Just what is the thing on the top of your mind, essentially?
These look like strong people that could fight ghouls.
All right, that is
Maybe
what
they
you
can
get.
protect me.
That is what you get as a surface thought, Zach.
We'll just keep talking to him for now. I'm not gonna do anything with that information, but like I'll disarm a little bit, but not a ton.
You look hurt. Do you need some help?
Yes. Uh, may I approach you?
Well, keep your sword at your side, and I don't see a reason why not.
Of course.
I can attempt.
Thank you.
I can attempt to dress those wounds, but no fast moves. All right.
No, that's quite all right. Do you have magic?
No.
What are you?
I can help you, my friend. How tall are you, by the way? Just to let me know.
Let me check.
Uh-oh, it's
tall
the
is
gnome
Alf?
versus halfling tall off.
There you go. There you go.
What are you doing out here alone?
Oh, he said he was with the party.
Yes. Better to be in numbers.
Oh, I don't even see my height or anything on here.
We
At
are
this point,
traveling to Carisian.
I would probe deeper at this point to try to see if this person's telling the truth.
Okay, wisdom saving throw on new character.
Is this a charm?
Let me see if it's clarified or codified that way, I should say. Interestingly enough, I always think all of these mind things fall under charm, but a lot of them actually don't.
I think I fail either way.
Yeah, I think there's a chance that happened.
Okay, so I'm going to do the best I can to provide information here because I think this would make more sense for me to provide this. If there's anything I missed, new character, that you want to add, feel free to do so. I would say you're definitely picking up, so let's see, reasoning, emotions. Reasoning is, yeah, you guys are probably going to aid in his long-term goal of defeating ghouls. Emotions, I imagine wariness, caution, and worry and some concern. Something that looms large in its mind is definitely, I'm going to say you even get pictures of ghouls that were running away, and you're getting images as though he's envisioning them turning around and coming back. And as you're getting those thoughts into your head, as you're probing larger or probing deeper, I'm going to go ahead and lock the tokens.
Oh no.
We have to go. They can be back at any moment.
Yes, we should leave. And sorry about that. We had to know for sure. You might have
Yes,
felt
you
something
should
in your mind.
stay out of my mind, though. You will see bad things.
All right. So as you're having this discussion and using these abilities and so forth, we're in initiative. I think we still have somebody that has alert. If you're wanting to switch,
Yep.
go ahead and call it out.
Caliban, you want to switch?
Sure. Yes, please.
All right. The two of you, please adjust your initiatives. I'll give you about 10 seconds here, and I'll resort.
Oh, was that right? Were you...
I had a
20?
15. Nope, I had a 15.
My bad. Looking at the wrong character there.
All right. Looks like you guys are good. Resorted. Okay. Glory, you are the first to react.
To go through this little creek, is that normal terrain?
That would be considered difficult terrain in a solid water square. If you're in a square that has any land on it, then it's just a regular square.
So 5, 10, 20, 25, 30.
Whoops, sorry, I didn't unlock the token. So let me do that real quick, and I'll scoot you over there. Oh, let's see. Is it? Okay, my bad. I thought it crashed. I did click it. It didn't register my click. You should be good.
All right. Bonus action. I'm going to rage. I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
In my turn.
There they are! There they are!
I'd like to use reactive strike when that guy gets to
10 feet away?
10
Yeah,
feet.
feel free.
Yeah.
Did you use a reactive strike or something?
Oh, maybe his internet got him again.
No, I'm just looking for. I thought I had a button for it.
All right, 6 will miss. Okay, move to Barnaby.
All right, Adam, if I go to this location here, that's difficult terrain, so I was thinking about just doing this. So that'll be about 30 right there.
Yes.
Is that accurate? Okay. So for my new halfling friend, I'm going to go ahead and give him 10 points of lay on hands. That's a bonus action.
Okay.
All right, I'll report it in just a second. And as my action, Adam, I'm going to go ahead and cast a cantrip on myself, and that's going to be Blade Ward.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay, new friend.
Okay. He is just going to pull out the giant sword. And he's going to swing it. Because that guy next to him is new, right?
I'm sorry. I'm assuming you're attacking the one that's just to your east, right?
Yes. And I crit fail on the first one there.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's 3 fumbles already today. Yeah, go ahead and roll a fumble.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Now you got to roll 85 fumbles. Okay. Target has advantage on their first attack roll against you next round.
And oh, it has me at full hit points now for some reason.
I think Barnaby, how much did you give him, Barnaby?
10.
All right, I will adjust to what you should be then real quick.
I just noticed that when I did my reactive strike, I also fumbled.
No way. Okay.
Man.
Wow, that's some crazy randomness today. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Glory. Go ahead and throw a fumble yourself. All right, see? No worries.
Just
That makes me
embarrassed.
feel better, but also I like slide down a little bit on the hill here, and the ghoul is about to eat my face. I don't really have a bonus action, so
But doesn't halflings have lucky that if you roll a 1 or something like that,
Yes.
that you re-roll the dice and you have to use the new roll?
That's already built in.
Oh, okay.
yeah. All right, that's it for me.
Help me! Help me! They're on me!
All right, Grim.
All right. As I'm moving, I'm drawing my silvered spear from my back. 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 30, right? Difficult terrain.
To clarify, did I hear you say you dropped Vigo or no?
Oh, yeah.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah. I dropped him when homie showed up.
All right, good deal.
All right, and then silvered spear throw, 20-foot range at the guy right in front of me, this cat.
All right.
There.
You're talking like a jazz jive guy all of a sudden. This cat. 13 is going to hit.
Sapped, if that means anything. And then damage. Oh, savage attacker. That's melee? Is savage attacker melee, right? I'm sure.
I feel like it is only melee, but you might want to double check.
Yeah, mine. Savage attacker, you train once when you hit a target with a weapon. Yeah, no.
I feel like it was in 2014, but that might be a change then.
All right, let's do this. So spear's a D. Silvered spear is a 6. Okay. Do I use strength for this? Yeah.
Yes. All right, the spear skewers the ghoul, wounding it. Okay, Caliban.
I think you said if there's any land, it's normal movement, right? So I think it's 10 feet there, then this must be a 15 here.
You got it.
All right, so that would be 20. I go 25 and 30.
Okay, you take the flanking position.
Taking flanking position. Yep. Ooh,
A 14 will hit.
Oh, good.
Once again, scoring that minorest of blows on the creature's arm.
But it does have the sap. I forgot as well as that as well. So.
All right, he is double sapped.
Sounds good.
Okay, Zach.
All right, bonus action and a. And then I will use my action on this one to cast Dissonant Whispers. And I will basically tell him, run.
Wisdom save. Yeah, it's going to fail that. So go ahead and let's see. Did it already post the damage? It did. All right, 13. And I think it has to immediately use its reaction. Yeah, okay, that's what it's going to do. It'll step to here. Let's see. New friend, do you want to make an opportunity attack?
I don't know if that applies, right? Because it's forced movement.
I feel like this is not considered forced. It never was in 2014. I can double check, but yeah, I don't think this is considered forced movement.
Okay, cool. Even better.
I will. Yes, I will swing at this.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I am going to re-roll. I think great, because I have the great weapon master thing.
I'll let you decide that. So it's not worded as forced movement anymore. It says you don't provoke opportunity attack when you teleport or when you are moved without using your movement, action, bonus action, or reaction. So since he used his reaction and his movement, that does count.
Okay, cool. While that's being figured out still, I'm going to use my movement to run about 15 feet or 10 feet back this way and end my turn.
All right. We'll finish out that movement here in just a moment. So just to clarify, new friend, you have great weapon fighting. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I should. I don't know why it's just like a blank fighting style on my sheet, but it should be great weapon fighting. So I think like 1s and 2s.
Yeah, it says you treat any 1 or 2 on a damage die as a 3, so we're going to call that 10 points of damage then. 6 is your minimum roll plus 4, so 10 points of damage.
Okay, sounds good.
And we'll build something for you for that next time. Now, Glory,
Okay.
you already used reactive strikes. You don't have a reaction, so I'm not going to ask if you want to take
Right.
an opportunity attack. So let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, next guy's turn. Okay, Archgale.
Okay. All right, cool. So let's see, 5, 10, 15. All right. 5, 10, 15. Does this square right here count as difficult? The one diagonal to me?
Yes, I mean, it's like 95% water, so I'd say yeah.
Okay. So what am I at? 15. That would be 25, and then 30 to get all the way across.
Yeah.
25, 30. Perfect. Let me measure. Let me use some measuring. 30, 30, 25, 10. Perfect. I will cast Turn Undead on all undead.
Okay. Turn it down 30 feet from you. You put your holy symbol out. All right, let me see. All right, I'm seeing 5, so I'm going to throw 5 saves. All right, and
My
your
DC is 15.
15, you said? Okay, so only the last one will succeed. The rest will run. Okay, see, that doesn't take effect till its turn, though, so, okay, that has worked. Anything else on your turn, Archgale?
Can I tell which one did not affect?
You can. So it's the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be the one at the very southern part of you.
Okay, I see him. Directly south of the campfire.
Correct.
Okay. Not that I actually have a bonus action to do follow that up with anything. I'll end my turn.
Okay, Glory, your turn.
Do I notice that they're turned?
Yes, I'm going to put pink dots on the ones that are turned.
All right. Move down here. Attack this one.
Yeah, that'll hit. All right, Halberd slashes into the ghoul, wounding it. All right, Ghoul's turn. It is going to go ahead and step up onto this body of this human, and it's going to scratch out at you with its claws. That will miss. All right, this one's going to move. Glory, would you like to take an opportunity attack?
No.
Caliban, would you like to take an opportunity attack?
Absolutely.
Yes, that'll hit. All right, you wound the ghoul, which will end its turned effect. It's going to step back and attack you. It's going to try to bite. 19. I believe that does hit your AC.
It does, yep.
All right, it's going to be 7 bite damage from piercing and 5 necrotic. Total of 12 damage there. All right, this one has the advantage against New Friend. Oh, almost spoiled it. Moves up to New Friend there and is going to attack him.
Oh, Adam, sorry. That fight was at disadvantage, right?
Oh, you are correct. He was sapped. Yep, so that'll miss. You can ignore that. I'm going to remove the sap. Okay, that is going to miss. Okay, Barnaby.
All right, seeing somebody here coming against my much smaller friend here that I just made. All right. I'm going to go ahead and, because I said that I would keep it as rapier in normal cases, I'm going to drop the... well, actually, I'm going to keep it as a rapier, Adam, but I may switch that to a quarterstaff later. So just to let you know.
13 will hit. Okay, the rapier stabs in, destroying the creature as it collapses.
You're welcome, new friend.
All right, new friend, your turn. All right, okay, as you step away, he is going to go ahead and make an attack against you.
Isn't he incapacitated?
Oh, you are correct. Yeah, I'm sorry. He is turned, right, so ignore that.
He just starts running, screaming and running.
Okay, Grim.
All right. 10, 15, excuse me, Archie. 20, 25 to there. Pick up my silvered spear.
Okay.
30 to there, and strike out him with the silvered spear.
Yeah, that'll go through his chest, and he is slain.
Okay.
Kill Stealer.
I smell ghoul flesh. That's it.
Okay, Caliban.
Caliban will shoot Grim a look, kind of like, what the heck, and then book it down. Let's see, we're going to try to avoid the campfire. So let's go 5, 10, 20. Can I stand? I guess 25 is to there. And actually, I can get 30 to there, can't I?
You sure can.
All right, love me a flank, and then let's work with glory on this guy.
Yeah, that'll certainly hit.
10 slash.
Yeah, more grievous wound there as you slice into his undead midsection, wounding him.
Excellent.
Okay, Zach.
Right, start moving. Okay, I cannot see anybody. So I will use a bonus action to convert 2 sorcery points into a spell slot through Font of Magic.
Okay.
And I will ready my action to cast Sorcerer's Burst on basically any ghoul that I can see that's taking a hostile action. I can't really see any right now that are doing so. So that'll be my turn.
All right, this one is turned. Barnaby, do you want to take an opportunity attack?
No.
All right, just as an FYI, the ones that are on the far right of the map, if they get another turn, they're basically running away and out of play, essentially. Archgale.
Okay. I'll move up 1, 2, and I will throw a firebolt at it.
All right, firebolt flings towards the creature. Yeah, that'll hit. Consuming it like a torch.
Dang, that's 2 for 2, Caliban.
Guys never let a guy finish anything.
All right, I end my turn.
All right, top of the next round, Glory.
Just this one is there's not one here, is there?
There is not. Nope. On my screen, his X is on top, but I see on the other screen it's not. Let me try just hitting that again. There we go.
Is that it? Did we get them all?
Again, we're at the top of the round. There are 3 at the right end. If you guys plan to chase them down, you can. Otherwise, they're still running for a while, so we could end combat here if you guys aren't going to chase them.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here in my rage, or it's in my rage, but
All right, so that one I'm going to call gone because he's going to run a whole nother 60 feet off map. So yeah, just quick checking. Is anybody planning to chase down or fire ranged attacks at the 2 fleeing ones?
Only if I see it return.
All right, hearing nothing, let's go ahead and get us out of combat then. All right, so your terrified new friend is rushing away, PTSD or something like that. But yeah, rest of the team, you guys see this very grisly scene here. As you can see, this campfire burning. There's a couple of human bodies nearby. You can see that they're clear signs that they've been clawed and chewed at. It looks very gruesome. Several dead ghouls around as well.
Any plate armor?
No, you don't see any plate armor.
Breastplates.
And I'm bored.
Should take advantage of this fire and burn these bodies where they turn and our friend.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll go back and get Vigo.
No, we can't burn Vigo. He's going to want to be buried.
Why don't we just let him sail down the river? Give him back to the fishes.
He doesn't... He likes the forest and everything. He's going to want to be buried. Be nice to Vigo.
Well,
He was my friend. I've known him longer. He was friends with my sister.
He didn't give me a last right.
If you're his friend, search his pockets.
Oh, he would want us to do that.
Search his pockets, see what we get out of him.
Yeah.
You have a shovel, Barnaby?
I wish for you to give it all to the new guy.
Oh, by the way, Barnaby's going to be whispering, "Hey guys, that I think that halfling there must have stole that sword because the first opportunity he had, he ran away. So he may not be a good with that weapon."
Hey, dude, what's your name?
It takes him a little bit, but eventually he does circle back over to you guys as you're doing all these preparations. He goes, "Oh, you guys are pretty good at that. Took care of those ghouls real good."
What's your name?
Oh, my name's Runak.
Runak the runner.
Runak.
Yeah, well, he is pretty small. He can.
All right, Runak. Well, have a nice day.
Well, wait, hold on there.
What?
You all just killed all those ghouls like it was nothing.
Yeah, we're busy.
We've done it a few times.
That's a pretty valuable skill around here.
Yep.
Do you mind if I travel with y'all? I'm assuming you're going to the city? To the village?
Talk to them. I'm gonna grab Vigo's body.
Apparently, our fearless leader doesn't want to take responsibility anymore.
I'm sick of babysitting.
We'll probably have to fight more of these things on the way. You all right with that?
I think he's a messenger or something because all he does is run.
That's not all I do, but there's There's a lot of these things around here.
We can't leave a traveler out here alone. He'll get eaten for sure. Archgill, can you be sure that Vigo won't rise as undead?
Can I medicine that?
You can religion that.
Okay, I'll religion it.
You know, hard to say. Ghouls usually don't arise from just dying to a ghoul, but he died to a special kind of ghoul, so who knows?
We should burn him because that's what the dwarves did, and otherwise they come back and look like the dwarves that we fought.
Yeah, what if we burn him and then bury his ashes? Does that count? Is that good enough?
Oh, I see. Give me a persuasion check. No, okay. I'll be okay with that. That sounds sound reasoning to me. So
Yeah, his ashes will return to the earth.
I think that's acceptable.
I can't grab his token at him, but he's over here by the fire. Yeah, right there. So we're burning him, right? And I just throw him on the fire. Search his pockets first. He's got a healing potion, some acorn thing. I throw that over my shoulder. Oh, yeah. Hey, new guy. You might want to get this robe, and that's it.
Oh, the robe?
Healer's kit. I'm trained on those.
What the heck did you just throw? What is this?
I don't know, but it looks like a kid's toy. But hey,
It's an acorn.
new guy, you get the robe, okay? Put that on your character sheet.
Okay.
Adam, or I should say, Vigo, anything about this this acorn? I don't remember.
You
It's
can't ask
worth a bunch
Vigo.
of money.
Vigo's dead. You can't ask Vigo. Come on.
It's
I'm
a spell
praying to
component
Vigo.
that's worth a lot of money.
It looks really basic to you, Barnaby. Yeah, you don't think it's important at all. It's probably not worth anything.
It's an acorn. Of course, Barnaby's going to be taking it.
I'm not interested in any of the stuff in his pockets. Just for the record, you guys can get the healing potion and just put on, do what you need to do. Oh, the gold. I don't care about the gold or silver.
Yep, so like you guys are already doing, if you're taking some, make sure you put it in chat there so there's no duplication. But other than that, is it safe to assume you guys are going to spend some time here taking all of these bodies and trying to burn all of them?
Yes.
All of them?
We shouldn't stay here so long. They could be
Right.
back. There's more of them.
Hey, you're pretty smart. Yeah, burn Vigo, and then we did GTFO. Forgot what that stands for, but that's what we need to do.
We should burn the other two people after we search their bodies too, right?
Oh,
Joint.
yeah.
Make a bigger pyre.
Were these friends of yours?
A bigger pyre will attract more attention is the only issue.
We were companions, travelers that I paired up with as we were approaching the city. They seemed strong, but we weren't strong enough. They should probably be burned as well. I don't think it matters with these other creatures, but out of respect for them.
That's going to take a long time.
Well, we don't need to wait for it to be complete. We just put them on the fire and we leave.
Agreed.
All right. So you're taking the two human bodies, throwing them alongside Vigo to allow those to burn?
Yes.
Okay. So I will say the
Did we-
bodies have been tossed.
Did we search the bodies first?
I'm
If
assuming
you
that
if you
there's
want to
nothing
say
at
you
this
searched
point.
them, you can. As far as like coin, you don't find any. Equipment, one of them is wearing leather armor, has a longbow, 20 arrows, a short sword. The other one was wearing a chain shirt, has a shield and a spear.
Burn it all.
All right, so those bodies are tossed on the wood. It is burning, but yes, Archgale, you know this, of course. that those undead that fled could come back at any moment if they chose. Are you guys beating a quick retreat out of here?
Yeah, we should
Yes.
definitely leave quickly.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and move us over to the regional map.
We should at least find a place to take a nice rest.
Oh, man. What I wouldn't give for a rest.
My name's Grim, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Name's Runok. Nice to
Got
meet
it.
you.
Runok the runner. Grim, the Grim, I guess.
Well, aren't you going to introduce the rest of us, Grim?
Oh yeah, sorry. This is Archie. He's like a priest or something, right? And
Oh,
then
yeah.
Corey over here, this guy, he don't piss him off. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. And then Zach,
I would
kind of
never.
sketchy. I don't spend time with Zach that much because it kind of freaks me out a little bit. Caliban's a really nice dude, and Barnaby. What do you do, Barnaby?
I don't run. I actually go in there and try to attack things, and I try to help my friends.
In halfling, Runok says to Barnaby. Do you understand me?
Oh, he speaks halfling or something. Maybe he doesn't speak common that often.
Just testing. Sometimes the gnomes, they speak the language that we speak.
I can't hear you.
Well, you all seem like very interesting folks. I mean, what brings you all together?
Well, it's a long story. How about we find a campsite to set up, and then we can tell you all about it.
Okay, sounds good.
Grim, do you want to take the point on that? And I'll pat him on the shoulder and cast guidance for survival.
Yeah. I could use some rations, some dry moldy bread. Sounds good. And I'll look for a place to camp at.
All right, go ahead and throw me a survival check. All right, plus a 1d4. That's going to get you anywhere between 16 and 19. Yeah, you're able to find a 17-ish survival camp area. Looks reasonable good. Nothing out of the world special about it. Kind of off the side of the road. You can still see the road, but not so close that you think anybody would be on top of you before you saw them.
Well, if anyone accuses me of nothing special, I will defend it. This is a perfect campsite.
Yeah, you did good, buddy.
Oh.
Excellent. Now I'll take the first watch.
I'll set up my rudimentary, notification system of the bell and strings.
I'll take the second watch.
I will take the third watch.
All right, are you guys dropping immediately to like resting and watching, or are you chatting before you start taking your rest?
Oh, we'll chat. Now was the time that we can get to know Runic.
Oh, Runok. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, Runok.
So that's a big sword you got, bud. You sure you can handle that?
Oh, yes. I know I messed up before, but I am quite skilled at the blade.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll.
Good to know, little guy.
But yes, I am traveling, looking for like-minded individuals that wish to fight the ghouls. You
What?
seem like very such things here. It's good for me.
What is it you do exactly?
Well, I go and I assist places that need help, and I travel and I right wrongs.
You know any magic?
You write songs?
Wrongs, like ill deeds.
Hey, Adam, I'm gonna walk up and rub my green kind of clawed hand on his cheek to see if he's has any makeup.
Give me. Just roll me a d20.
I don't trust him.
You don't see any makeup. I'll say that.
What are you doing? I already read his mind.
Hey, hey,
Hey, look.
what's the big idea?
We're running into people who pretend to be that they're not, and they had makeup on. Just protecting my group here. All right?
Okay.
He has got no makeup on, guys.
Why would I have makeup to make me look like this?
I don't.
I've seen too many bad things to cover it up, I think. But
Being spell, not makeup, to make him small enough to not be, look like a ghoul.
what, do you think ghouls can't be small?
Usually they're not, but I guess they can be.
You got a lot to learn, buddy, about hunting these things.
Hey, Archie, he's a philosopher too. Can ghouls be short? Wow. Deep.
Ah. Oh, my head hurts.
Runak,
Well, anyway, we're going to Carson to go check on some stuff. What do you guys think? We bring him along just for the journey there and see what happens?
We can always use the help.
yeah,
Yeah.
Runak, you're welcome to travel with us. It's probably safer than going solo, but I have to admit, this a lot of bad things seem to be happening to this group. We're a pretty dangerous party. You may want to go a separate way once we get there.
I am no stranger to bad things happening, so I am a bit immune to that. If you don't mind my saying, I'm here to help wherever I can.
I'm gonna go ahead and begin a prayer, and I'll go through talking about Rava, and all of this is for progress. And then at the end of my prayer, I will mention Vigo, Braddock, Gash, and Shy.
Those are the guys that died before you jumped on us.
Geez. And he bows his head.
All right, so you guys have this small camp area where you are, got your tents out, I presume, and you guys have decided what your watch order is and so forth. Is there anything else you're doing before turning in?
I'm gonna when Archie starts his watch, I'm gonna crawl out of my tent and talk to him for the first 10 minutes of his watch.
Okay.
I have that one spell slot left, so I'm gonna use it to cast Mage Armor on myself before going to sleep.
Okay. All right. Is the chat just an RP thing, or is there something you want to actually discuss before we move on?
It's going to be a details when I touched Runak.
All right. Feel free to explain how you'd like.
Hey Archie, how's it going?
Well, good so far. How about you?
Something's on my mind. What do you think about the new guy?
He's a bit shaken, but he's at least not a ghoul. I could have told you that when I turned undead.
Oh, that's right. I'm learning all this stuff. But speaking about him, when I try to see that makeup on?
Yeah, you tried to touch him. It was a little weird, but go on.
Well, one way to find out, right? Anyway, His skin on his face, it didn't, react properly. I don't know, it just didn't come back to its normal position. It felt weird when I touched him. It gave me the EBGBs.
Really?
Yeah, I swear on, what's his name? Rasha?
Rava.
Right.
That's interesting. Have to keep an eye on him, but he's not undead, so that's good, I guess. But I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know. Maybe you could pray about it. I had to get it off my chest.
All right. Well, take ease and sleep well.
All right, bud. Hey, I think you're doing a great job, by the way. All right. Good luck.
All right. So as most of you folks lay down to rest, you guys have various tents. So I know some of you are sleeping in tents, or probably most of you at this point. And Archgale, you said you were taking first watch, right?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and throw me a perception check. Okay. Yeah, it seems all quiet in the night here. You realize that you're pretty close to your destination, maybe another day and a half travel or so before you get to Carriessen. Yeah, your watch goes through uneventfully. There was a
Yay.
second person declared as watch, but I guess, again, to speed this up a little bit, I'll just ask, is there anything anybody's doing special other than just keeping a watch and doing your typical nighttime routine? All right, hearing nothing, then we will assume the rest of the night passes by uneventfully. So you guys wake up in the morning, I assume grab a bite of rations, that sort of thing, spend a little bit of time breaking down your individual tents, packing up, and getting ready to travel on the road once again.
Oh, that was a good rest, guys. Thank you. It gave me a good peace of mind knowing I have such strong people around me.
Yeah, you're welcome, I guess.
I don't think you have to say that all the time.
Oh, okay. I'll stop. Is it bugging you?
Just weird.
Oh my god, I'm cracking up over here.
All right, so once you guys break camp, you start making your way north along the path. To fast forward this a little bit, it's going to be about another day and a half before you get to Carriessen. It seems to go through uneventfully so. Is there anything, again, you guys are doing during that time? Anything that anybody in your team would notice that you're doing? Is anybody, going off and hunting, looking for herbs, anything out of that ordinary? Basically just an opportunity to give yourself a little bit more flavor or explain to the other characters what you might be doing.
I'm gonna stick in the back of our party and kind of keep an eye on if we are being followed.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and throw me a perception check for that, Archgale. You're pretty confident that you are not.
Nice. And I
Hey,
will
Zach.
relay that information.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah, what?
The new guy up there. We're not gonna tell him what we're doing in, this place we're going. What's it, Kazakhstan, right?
I mean, we'll tell him when we find out if he, or we decide if he needs to know.
Yeah, I don't like him. He felt funny when I touched his face. There's something wrong with him.
I mean, he could still be a spy, so just keep an eye on him.
All right. And let me know if you read my thoughts at all. I'd really like to know what's going on up there.
Sure.
Now it's kind of sad. Vigo was really excited about this donkey. Now this donkey doesn't have a friend.
Oh, I could talk to Peanut. We're friends.
keep him around. He might be useful in a pinch. We run out of rations. I could butcher him up.
Ah! No, Grim! Stay away from the doggy!
Didn't we already have this discussion about we don't eat our friends?
Right. But if we're in a pinch, maybe this might be an opportunity. Hopefully, we run out of rations. I mean, if we run out of rations.
I'm gonna go ahead and mark down in my list of rights. Do not let Grim consume me.
Mad flesh.
All right, guys, with those details discussed and out of the way, we will assume the rest of your travel goes uneventfully so. You do eventually arrive at Carriessen about a day and a half later. As you pull up to this town, that's where we'll go ahead and pause, take our 15-minute break, and come back on the other side.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, folks.
All right.
Thank you.
Alright, folks, we're back on the second half of our session. Team, you guys have continued journeying and find your way to the town of Carriessen. So as you're traveling here and you pull up to the gates of this town, it doesn't look to be a massive town like the size of Zobek, of course, which is, you know, a really, really large city. But what you do notice almost immediately is just similar, but at a much larger scale to the Black Fortress. You just notice refugee camps all over the place. In fact, there's so many tents and temporary living places that you would imagine the number of refugees is probably somewhere like 5 times more than the actual number of citizens here of the town. So this is just a bloated town of refugees. The town itself, reasonable size. Think of it as like a medium-sized town, but with all these refugees, it looks overwhelming. You do see as you're approaching the small city, there is a castle that stands on a hill in the center of the small city. It has large rounded tower topped with a conical roof that is easily visible from the gates. You do notice that as you approach, the gates are closed and there are a couple of guards there.
I think this is it. And you see Runak has mutton chops now.
You just grew those?
It's pretty cool, right? Look at this. And he casts a spell, and it changes into like just a woolly beard.
That's why your skin felt weird when I touched you. You doing magic.
I just like to try out certain looks. Why be tied down to just one?
Try me.
No. I can only do it to myself.
No, but make you look like me, like a little mini Grim.
No, I don't want to stand out quite that much. There's only one of you. You know what I mean? I don't want to steal your thunder at all.
Oh, okay.
So wait, how much of yourself can you change?
You know, I can change most of what I look like. I prefer to use it just for the facial hair thing.
Oh, why don't we not worry about the looks of ourselves and continue onwards?
I mean, it could be useful if you're sneaking in somewhere or something.
That's true. Yes,
Oh.
I can be useful that way. I'm not very sneaky, really, but you know, I could maybe pretend to look like somebody if you needed it.
Yeah, if we ever need someone to go into a hair clan or something like that, you're our man.
I'm your man.
If we need someone to go sneak into a hair clan.
Oh, you said it. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Wait,
Oh, never mind.
You're Barnaby's man now?
That's what he said. I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Go over there.
He moves over where he's told.
Hey guys, huddle up real quick. Hey.
So you know the guards. Notice the guards at the gates, kind of looking at you guys. I imagine you're not saying this as you're standing right next to them, but you're off a distance, kind of chatting amongst yourselves. And you notice one kind of like looks at the other one, then they look back at you guys, and they're obviously eyeing you as you're having these little antics.
Hey guys.
Do we notice this?
Yes.
Okay, do we have like official papers we're going here? Didn't we get something like that?
Yes, we have a letter of introduction.
All right, excellent. Whoever has it, go first. I don't have it.
Who wrote it on the character sheet? Oh my goodness, did you guys lose it in the mud on the way here?
Do I have to do everything?
You guys had an invitation here?
Not an invitation here. It was an invitation to. It was a letter of introduction to a gentleman here.
I bet if you burn inspiration, you could magically find it in your pocket.
That is true. You can do that.
I think someone should do it.
I will give up inspiration if nobody has it.
I have it, and I can burn it and then get some more.
When you say you have it, oh, you have inspiration, you mean?
Yep.
All right, so that's an old house rule that I've used forever, but yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Burning inspiration to find an item that you guys forgot to write on your character sheet. You wouldn't think I'd need to say that, but yeah, we can do that. So sure, make sure you write it on your character sheet this time. And yes, it was a letter of introduction from Yarrow Whitebeard.
Oh, look, I have it right here. I'll go ahead then, I suppose.
Excellent.
All right, as you approach Archgale, you notice the guard looks at you and says, yes?
Yes, hello. I'm looking for entrance to the city here.
A lot of folks traveling these days. You don't look like refugees, if you don't mind my saying. Why are you coming?
I don't know how much I would like to tell you, but we just got sent from the Black Fortress here.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to do a quick check of your gear, make sure you have nothing dangerous on you to let you into the city. That all right?
Yep, that's fine. We've been through this at Gristle.
Yep, can never be too careful in these times, I'm afraid. All right, just stand here. We'll take care of that quickly. All right, and they're going to kind of go through you guys one by one, just lightly tossing you, essentially, like tapping on pockets, asking you to show any weapons that you have, asking about anything that might be explosive, any kind of incendiary devices, anything dangerous. Is there anything in particular that anybody's declaring?
I don't have anything like that, so I should be good.
Runak is straightforward with it, and even presents the great sword and says, "If you want to hold on to this, that's fine. You can hold on to it till I leave your city gates. That makes it feel better."
The guard looks at you with a smirk and says, "No, that's all right, little one. You go ahead and keep that."
Okay.
Do I get a reaction when they see the black shield of Gristle at all? Or does anyone recognize this, or is it just a common shield that has no real clout?
Well, this is in a completely different country now. You're in Dornig. That Black Shield of Gristle is from the Black Canton of Gristle. So you wouldn't expect them necessarily to immediately recognize it. Like that, maybe these guards have seen that symbol before, but it's certainly not something that's super common.
Okay.
All right. After this sort of light pat down, the guards seem to be convinced that you don't have anything untoward, and they open the city gates to allow you inside. The city itself, again, a lot of refugees all about. There's masses of people just in the streets. It is very, very much crowded. Presumably, you guys are wanting to head to the castle. Is that correct?
Yeah, that seems good to me.
All right, you basically notice a repeat of what you saw when you got here, which is the castle is also guarded. So you're kind of pushing through these throngs of refugees, people everywhere. You see this desperation many fold, even more so than what you saw at the Black Fortress. It is just absolutely atrocious, really, is what you're seeing. Those of you that are more kind-natured or sympathetic, this place very much pulls on your heartstrings as you notice the level of poorness, the level of just people desperate that have nothing, begging in the streets, that sort of thing. As you make your way to the castle itself, you find it guarded by 4 guards, very much locked down. And as you approach, you will notice similarly a guard steps forward and says, halt there. What is it that I can do for you? Do you seek entrance into the castle today?
Yes. Do these guards seem like they're more elevated in their rank, or like a royal guard of some kind?
It's hard to tell just by glancing at them. I'll say based on their attire, they look very similar to the gate guards out the front of the city.
Okay. Um, I guess now's the time. I will say that I have a letter of introduction, and I'm looking to enter the castle.
Please hand over the letter. Let me read it, and I will see if I can admit you based on this letter.
Okay, I will hand it over.
All right, you'll notice that this individual breaks the seal on the letter, opens it, and reads it briefly. And you hear a couple of hms and hms as he's reading through it. And then he nods, seemingly satisfied, and he says, yes, come with me. I will take you to the antechamber. It may be some time. The individuals that you are here to see are quite busy, but I will see what I can do. I'll make sure that they know that you are here.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, and he will lead your group into this antechamber. Think of this as like a sitting room. So you enter, there's several chairs, couches, divans, that sort of thing. So plenty comfortable. There's water, there's like some berries on the like center counter. It looks, reasonably comfortable. The guard will leave you there, closing the door behind himself, though you can certainly hear the sounds of guards, you presume, and other individuals moving through the halls when you're quiet. If you guys are chatting, probably drowns it out a bit. Anything special you're wanting to do here while you're inside the antechamber? Okay, sounds like not. So just allowing time to pass until you are summoned or someone comes to get you. That ends up being about an hour. After that hour, yeah, go ahead.
There is one thing I'd like to do. Is there like any insignias or emblems looking around this chamber, like maybe a flag of some kind?
Yes, you can see a symbol on the wall, which you recognize as being associated with the Grand Duchy of Dornig.
And if we've been there an hour, Grim's like, "Ugh, I hate waiting," and he'll try to wander off just to innocently, curiously look around and see if I get not trying to be accosted, but I'm genuinely bored and wants to walk around as much as they'll let me.
So think of yourself as being in a separate room right now. So for you to walk around, you would have to leave the room and go out into like the main halls. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay, so after you leave the antechamber, you will notice that there are 2 guards at the entrance to the antechamber. As the door opens, one will turn and look to you and say, is there something that you need?
Yeah, I need to stretch my legs out. It's boring as hell in there. You're a fighter. You can't just sit still for an hour. Like,
Yes, well, you are free to walk the hall if you'd like, but don't open any other doors.
All right. Thanks, bud. I'll be right back. I just gotta stretch it out. So I'll take a trip down that hall that he lets me. I don't know if I see anything interesting. It might be fun.
Throw me a perception check. You notice several people kind of moving back and forth as they're walking up and down the halls. Mostly it's guards. You do notice a couple of the servants or attendants carrying trays, carrying messages, that sort of thing. But you do notice like basically every 30 feet or so that you're walking, there is another doorway, which is closed, and there are more guards posted. So basically everything you're doing is hyper observed.
All right. All right, that's good enough. I'll head my way back. So thanks. Appreciate it. I guess I better go sit down again and wait. How much longer do you think?
No, I'm sure it won't be much longer. You'll be okay, Grim.
Oh,
I just want to. I will look to Zach, who's probably the more intelligent of the group, and I mean that stat-wise. So don't take offense to that. And I will
Done taken.
I will just make a comment, kind of thinking about the current political field of our journey, and kind of ask him, do you think all the refugees flooding into these areas, they seem to be high value targets for these ghouls? Do you think this is a part of their plan to like destabilize all of these regions so they can conquer them as well?
I mean, they could. They might also just be fleeing from the combat in their own homeworlds. Right? Would you want to stay and to live in something that's completely infested with ghouls?
I
Or
wonder what
vampires?
that's even like. How would you even live with a ghoul? Are you just their lunch one day?
That's probably why they're here. They don't want to find out. I mean, it very well could be, though. It's an interesting thought.
Yeah. There's really no stopping their hunger. You're going to keep encroaching on our lands. It's really a bummer. They just will keep coming, I think.
Yeah. Hey, who let this guy in here? Why did he follow us?
No, no. I know you guys are good.
Yeah. We're good.
All right.
Oh, seriously, Grim, what's up with that?
He's a sneaky guy. You know what? I just noticed that too.
Yeah, well, if he's here now, might as well let him stay.
Alright, dude, come here. Look, we're on a mission from Roz.
Bravo.
Yeah, that. Thank you, Archie. And it's very important to kill the ghouls. And we're here on a special mission trying to get some intel from the castle here to see our best efforts to stop the empire of the ghouls.
I am very with you on that. Let's do it.
There, guys, he's briefed up.
Great. Before you officially join, what would you like your last rites to be?
Ooh, last rites. I would say bury me like 1 foot deep and just make sure there's no markings.
That is excellent. I can handle that. Thank you. Do you have a
Yeah, saves
you have
time.
do you have a deity you would like to have your last rites read to?
Yeah.
All right, I am ready.
Oh, you want to know what it is?
Well, that's way when you die, I can tell your deity that you would like to go be welcomed into their arms.
Oh, okay. It is the mistress, Sarastra.
Uh, uh, can you spell that for me?
Oh, of course. And pull it up. Let's see if I can find it.
The stuff you wrote on your character sheet, and then you got to track it down, right?
Yeah. I don't have this written down. I don't think on my character sheet.
That's fine.
Let's
Just
see.
send it to me whenever you get a chance. I'll write
Wow.
it down.
Who's that? Who's that?
Who is that?
There you go. I just tracked it down.
Ah, thank you.
I'm new to this god thing.
Well, Grim, there's always plenty of room for you in the arms of Rava.
I know Rasha, and I know Sif, Safari, and now it's a Serena. I want to know about Serena.
You're really bad at these names.
Oh, Sarastra.
Oh,
Is that who you mean?
yeah, that one.
She's great.
Okay, that's cool. What? Anything else? Did she like give you special powers to change your face?
She helps me. Yeah, she's the goddess of night and of magic.
Oh,
Yeah, she's great.
all
Nice.
right.
Wait, do you know magic?
I know a little thing.
Could be useful.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. Well, welcome aboard. I have your last wishes made.
Oh, thank you.
Um, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking to you now, and I'm gonna go ahead and sit on the other side of Grim here. So goodbye.
You know how you went into my head?
That wasn't me.
No, not you.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, what about
Yeah.
it?
I can do the same thing, just to let you know. So if you need help with it, let me know.
Oh, nice. Cool. Well, maybe I won't have to do all the mind reading now. Grim apparently wants his mind read.
Yeah,
Oh.
I want to know what's going on up there.
Okay, all right. Sometime when we have some privacy, I'll look.
Cool.
All right, and as you guys wrap up that conversation, you will hear a knock on the door as the guard opens the door and he says, "They are ready for you if you will follow me."
All right, lead the way.
All right, your group is led into the Great Hall. And you find yourself entering this Great Hall, and you notice there is this large oak table at the end of the Great Hall, and sitting upon it, sitting behind it, I should say, are 4 individuals dressed fairly regally. This, presumably, is the court in exile.
Hey, that's the dude, Archie. Second from the right.
On the picture, you're right.
Yeah. I'll pull out the picture and look at it.
Just hold it up in front of his thin face.
Pretty much.
You will notice the gentleman that is the second from the left as you guys are just entering. He'll motion for you to approach, and you'll notice the guard that lets you in closes the door behind you and stands there inside of the room. There are a couple of other guards in the room. They're at a bit of a distance, but total of 4 guards altogether. You are invited to stand about 20 feet away from the court in exile on this elaborate carpet that sort of leads up to an elevated area where they are all sitting behind this table.
I will bow graciously to the court.
I do the same.
About
It doesn't take me very long to bow.
I look around and lower my head like that.
All right, you will notice that they all sort of look at you, kind of eye you a bit. They don't speak right away, but then that same gentleman finally speaks up and he says, "We are told that you have business with the court in exile. What is it that we can do for you, travelers?"
Uh, we. Well, it's a long story. Would you like me to begin from the beginning? I will.
Explain as
Start
much as needed for it to make sense. Of course, we need to understand what it is that you need from us.
Excellent.
For the beginning, Archie. The whole thing.
All right. In the city of Zobek, they tried to overthrow the city with a subsect of cults and ghouls and all that stuff. Then we were summoned by the goddess Rava, my patron deity, and the patron told us to seek out the, well, let's see here, to seek out the, let me get that right, the Knights of Sif. We're specifically looking for Sister Adeline's cloth, which we believe is with the Knights of Sith. So then we traveled up north. I'll spare you the details. We met Jarl Whitebeard, and he sent us here to you. So that's the short version of it.
The woman on the left speaks up now and she says, "You are seeking the holy robes of Adeline, do you say?"
That's correct.
"How interesting. I am the one who declared her a martyr. She was a great warrior for my country."
Yeah, it's
We
cool. I heard about all the heroics she did. I thought, oh man, dude, the way that she fought off those ghouls to her bitter end. tremendous, tremendous power.
You notice the same woman inclines her head towards you and she says, "Yes, indeed. I'm afraid it wasn't enough to leave our home free of the undead clutches, but no one could ever doubt her bravery." The gentleman that spoke up first, "Oh, yeah, well, you say that you dealt with some trouble back in Zobek. What kind of trouble did you deal with?"
All right, let me look here.
He's looking it up. It was a cult of the Blood Queen, right, goddess, and it was set up underneath the causeways, or they're called the catacomb think areas, and they were sacrificing people to the Blood Queen.
Marina.
Marina, that's right, Archie. And we killed them all, and we discovered all this stuff, and then that kind of set us on this quest. And then Rasha, or
Bravo.
Rava, gave us a prophecy.
A blood cult, that's quite unusual. Even in Zobek, where so many strange things happen. Strange indeed. That seems a different problem entirely, though. As I'm sure you know, we've been dealing with undead here all of the time. The cult of blood might be something different, though. That might be related to the vampires, I suppose.
Oh yeah, I forgot something. There's something about a wedding that we need to stop. And we need the robes to stop this wedding because I think, and we weren't really given anything specific about the wedding, but I assume the wedding is going to unite the vampires and ghouls.
You notice that gentleman nodding once again. The other man next to him almost has this like bored attitude. You can see him kind of looking around. It looks like he's fairly distracted at the moment. The first gentleman there on the left-hand side, he says, well, you probably know who we are, but you have given us enough information to at least pique our interest. I can say that safely. You notice the woman to his left kind of gives an incline of her head. The other two don't really react in any strong way. He says, I suppose introductions are in order just in case. This here to my left is Queen Ursula of Krakova. I myself am Lord Elzano Cavanto here in Kiresian. This is my house's home. To my left here is Archduke Avgos Walerska of Krakova. And then there on the end is Zosha Walerska. Zosha is a priestess of Wotan. We are the court in exile.
Well met. And why are you exiled?
Have you not heard of the fall of Krakova?
Even I look back at Barnaby.
Yeah, I look at him too.
Yeah, you guys are famous.
Yeah, it's full of those bloodsuckers now.
The woman on the end, who is named Zosha, gives a slight incline of her head. Yes, indeed. The vampires descended upon our people, defeated our armies. Their trickery and deceit was our undoing. We have fled here to try to keep our people's spirits high and do what we can to one day reclaim our homeland, but it will not be easy.
So wait, you were exiled just by the vampires? Because we found this picture of you held by ghouls. I'll show them the picture. Seems like they may be hunting you as well.
As you open the charcoal sketch, you'll notice the Lord Alanto there. He motions for one of the guards, or I'm sorry, Lord Alzano, to come over and take that charcoal sketch from you and bring it up. You notice the woman who is named the Queen there on the left-hand side. She looks quite concerned about this. What does this mean? Why would they have this, Abgost? And you notice finally he does seem to now take an interest as he looks at the charcoal drawing. This is not even a good drawing of me. Look, they didn't even get my chin or my beloved mustache here. It doesn't even look right. Oh, geez. What is this? Where did you find this?
Assassins on the road. This was on their bodies, pretending. Oh, what are they called? Dracacools? Dracacools. And they had it on a person. Looks like they wanted, I don't know, if someone hired me to kill somebody, they'd give me a picture and I'd probably find that person to kill. I'm just putting two and two together.
Cool, alright.
Yeah, those.
They're going to need much more than that to kill me if they help to try to fight me in the open field. This is rabble of ghouls. I am not concerned.
All right, so I'm gonna lean in a little bit and say,
You must have really pissed them off with some of your military conquests to actually be on a hit list. You really do making an impact against the ghouls, it seems.
Yes, indeed. We are doing what we can, hitting with hit and run tactics. We're striking at them wherever we can, but we definitely need allies. Their forces are too much, especially with their alliance with the Ghoul Imperium. Ugh, even saying that word is a disgusting and fills my words with bile.
can I see the reaction of the queen, specifically on the left, with him saying that he's caused much damage to the Empire of the Ghouls?
Give me an insight check.
Here we go.
I would say what you really pick up on her is that she's looking at this charcoal drawing. Whether she's listening to him or not, you're not quite sure. But she seems very concerned at this charcoal drawing. She's looking at it very intently. You see her kind of like take her hand to her chest, sort of like in a protective gesture. This seems to have really unnerved her.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to take up more of your time here. We were told that you know where the Knights of Sif are.
You notice Zosha now speaks up and she says, We have quite a bit of information at our disposal, and you are hoping to see them to see if they have in their possession the holy robes of Adeland?
That's yes. That is the short of it.
And you see she nods slowly. We must always be cautious. Your story is a inspiring one, to say the least, but should you get the robes, what do you intend to do with them?
Stop the wedding, just like the prophecy of Rava said.
You see she nods slowly, and then you see she kind of looks over to the others. You notice the Archduke here kind of looks back at the charcoal drawing, looks back up, and he says, Well, perhaps maybe we could make use of them after all, Court. What do you think? And you see they kind of all start like whispering to each other at very low volumes, like from 20 feet away. You can make up little pieces, but they're like kind of covering their mouths as they speak to one another. Finally, you'll notice the queen, as they all kind of look back towards you, she says, We greatly thank you for bringing this to our attention. I must say, this drawing has me concerned. It is natural that anybody would think that the Archduke here would be a very important target now that my husband has been slain. We need your assistance if we can be so bold. We have a mission of our own to take, and we could use all the help we could get. You see the Archduke, I don't think we even need their help. Silence now. Let us see if they will aid us. Would you be willing to help us, and we will help you at the same time? We can in fact get you closer to the Knights of Sif while you aid us.
Yup, we're listening.
Yeah.
You notice the Archduke kind of sits there silent for a moment, and then you see the Queen looks towards him. Well, you see, here's what it is. I have a mission to take, myself and my companions. I'll be traveling up to speak with the Reaver dwarves. I'm hoping to gain their aid in the battle against the vampires. They will be a great ally if we can get them on our side. They hate the undead almost as much as we do. So we're going to head there, and it is said that there is a knowledgeable person there who will be able to connect you directly to the Knights of Sif.
What is the name of this individual?
Well, you let me worry about that. You make sure that I get there safely. I don't think it'll be too difficult. I'm quite good with my blade, you see. And you hear the queen go, ah. But make sure I get there safely, and I will be certain to direct you to them.
So we'll be escorting you.
A wanted man, too.
I thought you said you were great adventurers, defeated a whole blood cult. This'll be child's play for you all.
Yes, but there's many eyes on you, more so than on us.
You notice
That
the
means he's
man,
important.
the man to his left then speaks up and he says, that is true, but we might be able to help with that as well. You see the Archduke nods. Are you all familiar with the Fey Roads?
Kind of. We were alluded to them back where we traveled from when we met Jarl Whitebeard, but he said we couldn't take them.
Barnaby will chum. He'll kind of look very interested. No, I've heard of them. Tell us more. I'm interested.
Well, the short version is the Fey Roads are magical pathways built by the elves many, many years ago. Some of them are safe to travel to this day. Others are a bit, well, dangerous, you might say. But either way, they allow you to travel to great distance, much further than you would be if you walked overland. And it just so happens that an entrance to the Fey Roads is here. We could allow you to use that entrance. It would certainly speed up your travel.
That would be useful. Is there anything else you could offer us? We would need all we can to protect them. Gear, money, to buy supplies, anything that will help.
Plate armor.
You notice the same guy that was speaking kind of listens to you as you're talking, and he says, yes, in fact, there is something I can do to help you. I've had an item that was given to me some years ago. I was a former adventurer myself, believe it or not. Well, many years ago, of course. But this item saved my bacon more times than I can count. Perhaps it could save yours as well. This is a cloak of elven kind. I will have it brought up from my house. I think it will aid you in your travels.
Be much appreciated. Thank you.
The queen then speaks up and she says, we appreciate your aid, and we don't expect that you would do this all on your own without any reward, of course. We can certainly use some of the money in our coffers to aid in this very important mission. I think we could say 500 gold pieces if you are able to successfully escort the Archduke to his destination.
Oh, that would be
500's like a third of plate armor.
Is that 500 per person?
You see, she kind of leans back a bit and she says, you have seen all of the refugees outside, yes? The people who are desperate and have nothing to their name, who are scrapping by for every bit of food that they can. I'm afraid our resources are stretched quite tightly. This 500 gold pieces is as much as we can offer.
Well, that's actually a good cause, so I'm fine with that then.
Perhaps we could get it up front so we could buy supplies and make our chances of success higher.
Absolutely.
Give me a persuasion check, Zach. Yes, I think that could be arranged. I think that would be appropriate. Yes, I will see that that is done.
Thank you.
Do you have any kind of butcher or any place to get fresh meat? I don't intend to be eating rations. I have
Well,
a
we could
little
always
upset stomach.
we could always go down to one of the inns, stay for the night, get rested up before we leave. When do you want us to depart?
You notice the Archduke now speaks up. Well, it's going to take me a few days to get everything set and ready to go. I've got some last-minute arrangements that I have to make here, plans, those kind of things. Probably 3 days, something like that. I'll let you know.
Okay, excellent.
Oh, one more thing. You should be on the lookout for anybody who seems to be following you. These Theracool seem to be able to disguise themselves pretty well.
Yes, we've heard this. We've heard tales from the south. In fact, the Derricule have been known to use disguises and blend in seamlessly, but my nose can pick them out anywhere. I could smell an undead from 200 feet away like that.
Well, that'll be useful to have on our journey.
Yes, indeed. You will be traveling in the great graces of the Archduke. You will be quite happy to do so, I trust.
Can we inside check his like ability to combat at all? Like is he useful?
You can write an insight check. You won't necessarily be able to tell his combat ability, but you might be able to tell if he's boasting when he makes a statement. You're not quite sure. He might be talking the talk.
All right.
Is there anything else you need, the Queen says, before we send you on our way and make those preparations?
Can you recommend a good place to stay that isn't going to destroy our budget?
I'm afraid every service in the city is very much overwhelmed helping the refugees. You may find it difficult to find services quickly or at reasonable prices. We are just inundated and doing what we can to help everyone. I'm afraid I don't have anything better to recommend than ask around and see what you can find.
Any
Of
chance
course.
there's a spare room here in the castle we can stay in?
We could arrange for a single room. We are overburdened even here in the castle, but I'm sure we have at least one room. Are you comfortable all bunking together?
Better than being outside.
Yeah, depends how big the room is.
That's a lot of people in one room, guys.
Yeah, but two of you are like half a person, so
There's like 5 of us then, right? One, two,
Still
Okay,
is
but
a lot.
but Grim makes up for that because Grim is at least 2 people.
and Zach's tall too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zach, you're a
Lori's-
Goliath, right? Right, Zach, you're a Goliath.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go take our chances and try to find an inn, I say.
Yeah, look, we'll find our own shit. One more thing, militarily speaking. We found a charcoal drawing of a clear indication that Archduke is targeted by the Derricule. Are you militarily ready to defend if they find him here? The refugees are sitting ducks. I mean, they could be on their way.
You notice the Archduke will look over to the Lord and he'll say, what do you think about that? You notice the Lord, we are as prepared as we can be, but this is Dornig country. We are not Krakova. And if the undead attack us, they're crossing our border. That would be very concerning indeed.
Well, I'm pretty sure they already are crossing the border.
I would put it on your priority list. If you had a whiteboard up, I would put it number 1 on there.
Yeah,
There have
'cause, I mean,
always
we-
been undead that have slipped across the border here and there. It's impossible to stop the individuals. But what you're referring to is a military engagement, units, armies, that sort of thing. If anything like that were to come our way, well, the armed forces of Dornig would be here to defend us, of course.
Okay, well, pardon my ignorance. And I'm going to glance over and try to make eye contact with the Queen. And I say that, pardon my ignorance. I just want to make sure that everyone here is safe.
Could I do a history to kind of get an idea for what the military might or power history of Dornig is in comparison to the ghouls?
Sure, yeah, throw me a history check. So what I would say is nobody really knows the strength of the ghouls because it is known as the Ghoul Imperium, the Underworld Empire. There's like nobody, independent sources that can give you really good numbers on that. When the Ghoul Imperium attacks, what you know from history is that usually they come from underground. There will be like some hole that breaks free. Or a path that's already there that they know about, a tunnel, and then they will send, hundreds or even more ghouls up through that tunnel, attack in order to defeat whatever their target is, and that is exactly what happened in Krakova. As they emerged and just decimated the armed forces there, They basically didn't even have much time to react before the ghouls were already on top of them. That was being done in concert with a attack by the Blood Kingdom as well. So basically, you had two forces aligning to attack Krakova, and Krakova fell pretty quickly. So you would know that the ghoul forces are strong, but exact numbers or even estimated numbers is nearly impossible. As far as Dornig, yes, I would say the main thing you know about Dornig is that its ruler is kind of an enigma. They have a very lofty title, which I will track down for you. But you also know more recently that it is said that they fell into like a stupor of some kind. So you could think of it as like almost like a coma, I guess you could think of it as. They are considered to be indisposed, you might say. But yeah, the name of the ruler of Dornig is Beloved Imperatrix Regia Moonthor Calanthea Realm Van Dornig. And they are considered to be, I would say, based on rumor, near, I don't want to use the word immortal, but there is rumors to that effect, I will say. They are very much elevated to a godlike position as far as people hold them.
Gotcha. I'm going to ask the queen. I'll look at her because this kind of does pique my interest and ask, what did the ghouls and vampires want with Krakoa that they, and if it's just territory and they're so efficient at it, why don't they just keep conquering everything?
Blood and flesh, I'm afraid. The vampires, you would not even believe what the humans that are held under their grasp are treated like. They are simply blood slaves. They are allowed to go about doing small jobs, that sort of thing, but any vampire that decides that they are going to make a meal of them, they can. It's a very, very wicked and sick system there. Why they wanted to claim Krakova? More feed, more people, more, I suppose territory is still a concern to some of the leaders, but for the masses of the armies, it's simply blood. Why the ghouls agreed to fight with them, I won't understand, other than, again, they're vile, evil beings that feast on the flesh of the living. That's the only reason I can think of why they would align with the vampires.
The last question I think I have before we depart, unless anyone else has questions.
Oh, we're not leaving till I say something.
Okay. Would be about the Volkas Shroudson. If that name rings a bell, what we should know about the Spy Master, etc., etc.
You ask this question, and you'll see they kind of like consult with one another briefly, and then the queen will say, "We have heard this name before, mostly in writings or missives that we have captured. I can't say that we have any confirmed information about this person. We wouldn't want to send you on any wild goose chases, but we have heard their name as some kind of leader among the Ghoul Imperium."
Okay. I think that wraps up my intrigue. So go ahead, Grim.
Well, so we're 20 feet away, right? So I'm going to go to 19 and a half feet away. I'm going to say, so we have proof that the Archduke is being hunted by Dracula, and we want to wait 3 days to get him out of the city. May I humbly suggest, with earnest and military intent, to protect the refugees and the city, that we leave in 5 minutes.
That's impossible. I have to make arrangements. You worry too much about the ghouls. They're not nearly as much of a threat as you think they are. Not here, and not to me. They would never dare attack Dornig. That would be open warfare. It would cause the Dornitians to actually engage in war. You see, he kind of looks over towards the Lord as he's saying this. I actually wouldn't mind if that happened. Then you see the Lord says, God, calm down, Archduke, calm down. Well, it will take a few days nonetheless, though, to get all my arrangements ready to go. And You put too much stock in their ability to strike at me here.
Is it up for a vote?
Regardless, we also need to resupply.
No, we're fine.
No, you got to think. I'm reading the orc is relentless endurance and adrenaline rush. Like the orc species is completely like no rest in my mind. So I'm like,
I, I, s- I don't. You're right. I don't know, but I know what they can do. I know they can disguise themselves. They can creep around, and they paralyze you, and you're dead because they attack 3 times. Uh, 20
As you're
minutes.
speaking, you'll notice the Archduke stands and he draws this rapier from his side with a flourish. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And you see he points it at you and he says, "You see the end of this rapier? Any undead gets within 200 feet of me. This will be in their heart or their brain, depending on if it's a vampire or a ghoul."
Oh, do you see any right now?
when I look around the room,
"We're safe here. There's no undead in this area."
Okay, well that's good to know, and I could rest easy because I want to make sure you're safe.
thank you, and I'll go step back to from 19 and a half feet to 20 feet away.
As I said, just a few days. Give me a few days. I will send for you. Let us know where you're staying. I'll make sure to send for you, but I'll do what I can to speed it up.
Fair enough.
All right. Is there anything else anybody wants to do here before exiting the castle? Alrighty, guys. I will assume you take your leave and find yourself back out in the city of Ker-Isian.
Well, that was awesome, guys.
Yeah, they
You
seem
really
nice.
are important. Real important.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
we're
So
pretty
you
much a
have
big deal.
presumably a few days here to take care of any odds and ends that you want to do. Happy to fast track this unless you guys want to do anything in depth. But yeah, just let me know. Is there anything specific you're trying to pick up? Anything PHB that you're looking for equipment wise? I will say you do manage to track it down, though it's going to cost 50% more than the PHB values just due to the amount of need here. There's just way too much demand for the prices to stay normal. Anything special anybody's trying to track down, feel free to let me know. You might be able to find something, not necessarily like magic items, because again, those are rarely sold in shops. But if you're looking for something more expensive, or, I don't know, alchemical or something like that, let me know.
Hey, Archie, what's 50% more of $1,500 for a plate armor?
I have no idea.
2250.
All right, let me look it up.
How much do you got? I got 50.
It's an extra 750.
700. Yeah. Not today. It's on the list though.
For crafting spells, is it possible to craft shield and use it? I know it's a reaction, so I don't know if you can use like a spell scroll of shield.
I don't think so, because it's a reaction, you can't use a reaction scroll as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I'd never heard of somebody trying to do that, so I wasn't sure. If we have 3 days, I forget. So a level 1 spell should be like 50 gold worth of components. So 25, I think, is how it works, right? Because it's half of that if you craft it yourself worth of materials. Could I spend some time trying to craft a scroll of disguise self?
I'm sorry, you can. I don't have those rules at the top of my head, but let me see if I can track those down real quick.
Sure.
Runak's going to look for some kind of place, like a butcher or something like that. Some place that has like nice cuts of meat. He doesn't want to do this ration stuff.
You can eventually find it's Runak, right?
Yeah, Runak.
I keep wanting to say Runak. Okay, Runak. Yes, you can track that down, though again, 50% higher. So I guess what I would say is however many days worth of a good cut of meat, if that's what you're looking for. I would say typically you might be able to get that for, I'm just going to make up prices here now, maybe like 5 silver pieces for a day's worth of good cut of meat. So now you're looking at like 7.5.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, still tracking down the scribe rules. I'm almost there. But anybody else, anything you're wanting to do?
I might want to track down either a library or I highly, highly doubt such a thing exists, but possible. A linguist to see if someone or any research can get these notes deciphered, or at the very least, they could tell me what language it is in.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and throw me a persuasion check to represent your efforts around the town. All right, so I just tracked down those rules, Zach. Prerequisites for the scribe. Scribe scroll, you must have proficiency in the Arcana skill or with Calligrapher's tools. I'm sure you have that. And you must have the spell prepared on each day of the inscription. You have Disguise Self as a spell, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like you can craft a level 1 scroll with 1 day's work and 25 gold pieces. So yeah, you're right on the money there.
All right, cool. I'll try to do that, assuming I have the time.
Yep, yeah, there's no roll or anything, so yeah, you're able to do it. All right, stepping back to Archgale. Yes, it takes you a little while as you're talking around to people. Basically, like one person says, "Oh, that kind of looks familiar. I don't really know. Go ask this guy." You go ask that guy, and he's like, "I've not seen this before. I know most of the languages, or at least can recognize them. But there's this other guy who knows some more exotic ones. Go ask him." You finally track this final guy down. He's kind of old guy off in one of the taverns, and as you show it to him, you see he looks up at you and he says, "Where did you get this?"
We found it on a dead ghoul.
You see he nods slowly and he says, "Wow, that makes sense, my boy. That there," as he's tapping it, "is Daracule language."
Well, that would make sense, I suppose. Can you read it?
Of course I can. Well, at least a little bit.
Great. What's it say?
Transcribing delicate works like this really works up a man's appetite.
I will slide over a silver piece.
Oh, and food is so expensive these days.
I roll my eyes and slide over another silver piece.
And then you see he kind of looks at you and he says, "You got anything more in the gold color?"
I slide over a gold piece.
Yeah, that'll get you a few words here. Let's see. I see, follow and, Vulcus.
Give him more. Come on.
All right. 5 gold? I'll slide over some 5 gold.
I'll give him
Good,
more
man.
than mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Good man. You see he takes the coins. Yes. All right. So this looks to be a communique between, this person you found this on. Looks like they were a scout of some kind. Let's see. It says, "Follow this group of people. You'll recognize them because one's really tall and wears a mask. One of them is really quiet and stands in the back, but uses a halberd all the time." See, a couple other descriptions in here. That must be your group that you're traveling with, I presume. See what else is in here. Follow
What does it say
them.
about me?
You, let's see. No, I don't see anything about a pretty boy in here. I don't know
Aw.
which one you're supposed to be. But let's see. It says, "Follow you until you make your way north, presuming that you're heading to Carisian. And if you do arrive here, make sure to report back to Vuckus Shroudson."
Well, it doesn't really tell me anything we didn't already know. But you know what? Your efforts were valiant. Thank you.
Oh, and thank you too. Yeah, you don't see this around much.
Where did you come to learn this language? Not many people seem to know how to read that.
Well, back in the day, I was a bit of a bookworm, you know, always had my nose in a book, and, well, if you can't speak the language or at least know how to translate it, you lose out on so much knowledge. And, well, I have to say, as strange as it sounds, those ghouls down there, they get up to some really weird things that you would never imagine, things that you can't really read about up here on the surface. So it's good to be able to know what they're doing and some of the strange experiments and those kind of things that they do.
Um, that's a weird thing to say. Maybe like Zach, do you still have that book? Yeah, we still have that book. The one that we found in that temple.
The book? Yes.
Maybe do you come across books like this often?
Not these
The
days, son. I used to be what you would call a scribe. It was a lot of my job to go through these tomes of knowledge. And back in the day, these adventurers of all kinds, they would like go into tombs and to old caves and that kind of thing. And anytime they brought, all kind of books and journals and maps and stuff, they'd bring them to me and I'd make sense of them all. And over the years, I put together a good network of knowledge. And like I said, had to discern all these different languages and what does this mean and why is this person saying that about this? And well, it's just, there's a lot to learn in writings.
Well, thank you very much for your help. I think we got everything we needed.
Best of luck to you. If you're counting against these guys, you're going to need all the help you can get. So go well, and hope you find what you're looking for. Alrighty, folks. Anything else anybody's doing in town before we pass time?
Probably get food. Unless Runak. Did you get food?
Oh yes, I got some meat.
For all of us or just you?
Oh no, that's for me.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna need some rations. I'll buy some rations. Adam.
Yep. Again, 50% a premium price, but you can certainly find them.
How far did we say the next leg of travel probably is?
You didn't. All he told you is that you were going on a Fey road.
All right.
I know the maps that we like that are the official maps have those routes like mapped out, but would the maps that we have those mapped out?
No.
Okay, I kind of figured. What do you think a Fey road is like? Barnaby, you sounded real interested in these Fey roads.
Anything to do with Fae is interesting stuff. There's some good spirits in the Fae.
I think there's also bad ones, isn't that right?
Oh, sure, everyone's got a twisted uncle here or there.
I think our party just acquired one, actually.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But, as long as you can run faster than him, but he's pretty quick.
All right, so just as a quick summary during this time, as you guys purchase whatever additional supplies you need, again, you notice the absolute devastation here. You see how terribly these refugees are getting along. Most of them are dirty and despondent. Some of them are trying to help each other, and other guards and things. Part of Caressian here are trying to help, but there's just so many people in need that it's never ever enough. A couple of times you think you actually spot Queen Ursula in disguise bringing food to her devastated people. So all wrapped up, usually guards kind of close by, but trying to look like they're not close by as she's out distributing food or handing off, helping the folks. So it certainly seems like she's trying to do what she can to aid her people and also be safe herself, of course, to not identify herself. Alrighty,
Can
guys.
I-
So
Can I
yeah,
try
yeah,
to
go ahead.
approach? Can I try to approach?
I will
If I
say
see
she's
her?
pretty weary. So if you're trying to get close to her, you will notice those guards that are not on guard, right? Like they are, but they're trying to pretend like they're not. They'll kind of do like the side shuffle and get in your way. And oh, I'm sorry about that. It looks like you dropped something. Like they basically are trying to distract you because you realize what they're doing once you've recognized her. But they basically don't let you get close to her unless you try to force the issue.
Just leave it. Just leave it. This is a good for the people. We don't need to make their suffering worse.
They need to be ready for an attack.
Well,
There's something in her eyes. Did you see that? She knows more.
She's
I-
a
Fine,
queen.
we'll
Of
leave
course
it.
she knows more.
Let's go. Fine.
we don't want to make them suffer more. They already lost their kingdom. They don't need to lose their leadership as well.
I'm not gonna kill her. I want to talk to her.
We just go to the castle again.
No, alone.
I think you might have a crush, Grim.
Oh.
She's clearly not alone here either. Those guards are with her.
This is not an opportune moment. Queen, a word?
As you call out, again, there's refugees all over, and you see one of them looks up and says, "The queen is nearby? Where is
back
she?"
over there.
I'm Grim.
Behind us. Back
Jump.
behind us. She ran that way.
And you see the refugee kind of looks behind you and says, "I wish I could see her again."
All right, I'll let you pull me away. Fine.
All right, so no stampede forms then, but yeah, we'll assume those few days have passed by. Those of you guys that mentioned you're buying things, you have those. Make sure you've deducted and added to your sheets. And yeah, after about 3 days, you are summoned forth back to the castle where the Archduke sees you. He introduces you quickly to his retinue here. He calls out in particular, he has a scout who's named Ivo. This looks to be an elf-marked man. And then he has 4 personal guards, Elbin, Hirin, Izik, and Boydar. You can see they are all dressed in chain shirts with shields and spears. Ivo, the scout, is more like leather armor with a bow, more dressed for quick moving and striking at range, you would guess. The Archduke himself looks very well dressed. His armor is shiny. His rapier there at his side. He looks like he's ready to go as well. Exactly how competent he is with those, hard to say, but he sure talks a big game. Once you guys are all prepped and ready to go, he leads you over to Lord Elzano, who then takes you up to the castle once again. It takes you to this nondescript green wooden door in the wall of the outer bailey. And Lord Elzano will say, "If you want to head through the Fey Road, you must turn around 3 times before pulling the door open."
That's the funniest thing I've heard.
It's strange,
shit.
yes, but that is how it works.
Barnaby's
I'll
gonna
have to
do it.
open the door.
Well, if one person does it, then the pathway is opened and it stays open until the door is closed.
No, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it.
All right.
Spin around 3 times and I'll
Open the door.
All right, those of you that are nearby, as you see Grim start to do this, you notice little tiny like swooshes of air, little bits of dirt, tiny little rocks kind of lift by his feet, and they kind of swirl around a little bit. And when he's done with the 3rd twirl, they kind of settle. As he opens the door, you notice a dramatic contrast here. It is very much sunny outside. You can see that it's a sunny morning, it's crisp. It seems like a nice day, but as the door is opened inside, you see the gloom of twilight. You can see buzzing fireflies blinking around the area, just barely lighting up this ancient dirt road that lies ahead, wending its way through a dark forest.
I turn around. Do I see the door open and I see my friends?
You haven't stepped through, I'm presuming. You've simply done the spin around and then you've opened the door. So all of you are looking through the door and see that.
What about the items we were promised? Before we leave, we should have them.
The
Oh,
elven
yes.
kind
Yes,
cloak.
of course. Yeah, of course. I didn't forget. Here's the cloak of elven kind. And he hands over an elaborate cloak.
Thank you for this. I'll hold it with 2 hands. Who wants it?
What's it do?
I don't know.
Is this common knowledge? Is this something we would know?
Yeah, this one's not rare at all. So I would say in general, what you guys know is these help you be more stealthy.
Ooh, I'm not sure any of us can really use that.
Who is our scout?
Yeah, we kind of don't have one.
It could be helpful for me because I'm sort of clanking around. I have this chainmail armor.
So am I. And you're new.
Oh, okay. Oh, you take it. You take it.
And so's Callie. Cal, what kind of armor you got, Cal?
It's not sneaky, that's for sure. I don't know if we have a scout per se, but
Why don't we give it to Glory? I mean, Glory doesn't seem to make that much ruckus.
He's got no armor on. Oh wait, he does. He has a breastplate, right?
Yeah, breastplate.
That does
But
not
I-
incur disadvantage on stealth. That I
Right.
know. So then he would have advantage on stealth.
I like that. That sounds good
Yeah,
to
he
me.
could be.
No, here, come to my attention. Here it is.
I agree. Makes sense for Glory to have it.
Glory, here you go, bud. And I'll just throw it at you.
I'll put it on.
All right, just keep in mind it does require attunement. So the next time you have an opportunity, short rest, to attune to it. Other than that, it's a pretty cloak.
All right, and I'll step through.
I'll take the gold.
Yes,
I will
he will
step-
hand that over to you as well. All right, anything else you guys doing before making your way through?
Do you guys plan on traveling in your armor like that? You might throw some robes over it to be a little more inconspicuous. Talking to the guards.
You notice they look towards the Archduke, and the Archduke looks at you and he says, "Conspicuous on the Fey roads? Don't worry about it."
All right.
I step through.
All right, you step through, finding yourself in this shadowy realm. You notice Lord Elzano watching you, and as the last person goes through, he gives it a moment to make sure you're fully inside before closing the door. You found yourself wreathed in shadow. This dark, twisting path that is before you seems to be very difficult to watch, to notice the details. You can see off the distance there are trees, but they're very difficult to make out. You have to keep blinking your eyes, even those of you with dark vision. Something about this place just makes them difficult to focus on. They kind of twist in your vision and move about.
I started saying a prayer to Queen Zarestra.
I will take out the lantern that I have, the magical one. Lantern of Revealing.
All right, and you're lighting that up?
Yes.
All right, hopefully that works. You should have light to the lantern now.
Yes.
All right, yeah, it's quite dark here. Again, those of you that can see in the dark, it's still kind of dark. You can see, but there's some type of like a gloom that hangs over it, even though you can see through.
it's unnatural here. I don't like it.
I'll cast light on my halberd.
Okay.
Renak, what are you doing? Get in formation.
Archgale, I'm not sure you had your token selected because I don't think that light worked for
Oh.
you. You might want to try that again.
Yep, thank you.
I
All right,
think
you're
your lights might attract attention from people.
I'm not worried.
Hey, Archduke, the light's a problem?
They shouldn't be. We have to be able to see anyway. So even if they were, we have to see.
Excellent.
Hey, Grim, do you want to change positions?
I don't know which way we're going.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters. I think we should switch anyways.
Hey, Archduke, let's get going. Which way? Let's get this over with.
He nods basically to your north on this map, showing you this faint trail that winds through the shadowy forest.
I put on my shield because this is freaking me out. All right, well, ready?
Feel free to move when you're ready.
You long rested, right?
You have. Yep. Everybody should be long rested. All right, I'm going to go ahead and
Don't
lock
get
the
too far
tokens
ahead.
there for a moment. As you guys are traversing this area, you're noticing that basically everything around you seems to be the same. You notice the trees, you take the path, but after you walk like 100 feet, 200 feet on the path, nothing really seems like it's changed. Like you have this sneaking suspicion you're not actually gaining progress because it always looks the same wherever you look. This seems to be quite unnerving, but you keep traveling forth as you can, trying to move, doing what you can to try to make some distance. This goes on for quite some time. Hard to measure time even here just because of the lack of true light. Those fireflies that are all about that blink here and there give you a little bit of light, and those of you that have the lantern or the light spell, you have that as well, but there's just something off with this place. You guys continue traveling, and some chatter eventually springs up as the Archduke will explain to you that the journey from where you started in Caressian all the way to where you're going, basically where this Fey Road is going to exit, is a good distance, nearly 300 miles. But he explains that travel here has a weird way of working. So who would like to make a roll here to see how long it's actually going to take you to get you where you're going?
Oh, I would because
Bill.
my roll's
Bill.
great today.
2d4, Bill.
Oh, you can handle that.
Yeah, they're not too heavy.
All right, surprisingly, it's going to take you 7 days to get there, as the twisting road, the Fey Road here, is very odd, and it kind of sparkles about. It's very, very strange. The first day goes by uneventfully so. Very strange again as you're walking. Nothing seems to change around you. Very unnerving. You guys do manage to camp out. You're resting. The Archduke seems to be pretty annoying here anytime you're kind of speaking with him. If you want to say you brought the mule, I'm fine. I'll throw him on there. As you're speaking with him, he is quite annoying. He is always saying something along the lines of like the greatness of him or his family or what he's going to do once he's reclaimed Krakovar and recalled it to Krakova. It's just those of you that spend too much time around him, you're just like, ugh. You notice as this is going on, the scout Ivo is kind of chuckling anytime he's kind of getting on your nerves. You get the impression that this is probably something that he's dealt with a long time. Maybe he's used to it at this point. Hard to say, but certainly he understands your pain. On the second day of traveling, as you get about maybe 3-4 hours into the travel, again, seeming like nothing has changed whatsoever, right where you're standing here on the map, as you guys move in this direction, Grim and Glory, as you guys are out front, you're going to notice a bunch of animal bones on the road. And as you're staring at them from a little bit of a distance, you realize that they are shaped into words. It's hard
I would assume Glory would attune last night.
Yep, you could certainly say that. It's difficult to make these words out from this distance, but if you wish to approach and read them, you certainly could.
I'll go with you, buddy.
Okay.
We'll both walk up.
All right, so again, it's just a little bit of walking forward, but again, because of the darkness, it's difficult to read from a distance. As you get closer, the light spell from Glory does illuminate these bones, and it makes it easier now. And you see, I'm going to go ahead and paste this into chat for what the bones spell out. Would anybody care to try to read that out loud?
Your money or your life?
All right, and as you say that out loud there, Runak, Grim and Glory, to the east of you, you can hear the sound of a deep breath. And then you hear, what is it going to be?
Oh God, Rava.
I think that's Rava talking to you.
Oh,
My
it's not.
money. I'll give up money.
You're the one who said it. Get your ass up here.
I just unlocked the tokens. I realized that clicking that doesn't always work now. I'm guessing there's some issue with the script.
Who wants y'all?
You get this strange suspicion here, Runak, that there is a large shape nearby you, just east of Glory, most likely, or at least in that vicinity, but you cannot see anything there. But as you're getting a bit closer, you get to there now, you can definitely sense this presence right next to you. And you hear a deep inhalation of breath that comes very much over your head. Just based on that sound, the head of this, whatever this is, has got to be at least 10 feet over your head. And you hear it say, money there. And you hear like a scratch on the ground. You can see the dirt just moves.
Okay, Murdoch empties his coin purse. Gives him all the coins he has.
How, you said 12 coins?
No, all of them. Gives him everything he has.
How much money is that?
It is 70.
70 gold pieces?
No, actually, sorry. 64 gold pieces and 5 silver.
Okay, you place that down and you hear the voice says, more.
That's it. That's all I got.
More.
I'll start walking up, and I'll put 50 gold pieces down there.
All right, so we're up to about 110, and the voice repeats, more.
Are you cutting it into my plate armor fund?
And I think this is for everybody.
I'll put in half of my savings for plate armor, so 25 gold.
So we're up to about 135. More.
I think he wants all of it.
Come on, guys, pony up. Hey, Archduke, you got any money?
I don't carry coinage on me when I'm traveling like this.
How much coins? Boy, I tell you what, you're sure a greedy spirit. How much coins are you thinking we have?
Enough. More here.
You
or you will
you
not
got
make
enough?
your journey.
Did you say you've got enough? Is that what you said?
You hear a deep inhalation of breath and you feel a chill go down your spine. More coin.
Okay. I'll give you what I got. I'm a poor gnome, though. I'm gonna toss in 6 copper pieces in the pile.
Okay, still about 135.
There you go.
More.
I'll put down another 100 gold pieces. Hopefully it'll
235. All right. Getting close.
Yeah, you guys sure do love to give up all your gold pieces.
A bit more.
Fine.
I'll give him a gold piece.
All right. More.
Hey, I come up. I'll whisper to Grim here. I'll say, "Hey, I've got some, but it's not all mine. Some of it was Braddock's. He wants it to go to his friend."
Oh God, you're gonna hold on to that. You're, ugh.
Yeah, I have it written down right here. 169. Whisper that into his ear.
Oh my God, you are too good for this adventure, my friend. I got 25 more. Here's my entire plate armor savings account. 25 more gold out.
So that's up to 260. You'll see the gold gets scraped forward as though a large appendage just scoops it. And you hear, "That is enough gold. Now, just one magic item and you are free to go."
Oh, jeez.
I'll give him the scroll that we've had. The scroll of or what's the name of it?
Wait, don't give that.
Oh, you don't want me to give that? Okay. Do you have something else? I have the water skin of Blood Fountain Water. Does that count as a magic item?
You can try.
I will produce that.
You hear a deep inhalation of air once again. No.
I could try this acorn.
I have something. I have something. I will remove the bookmark.
Okay. And you go place that there?
Yes.
All right. You place it there and you notice it is scooped away as well. And you hear, "You may pass."
All right.
You're a greedy toll bridge.
Sounds good. Let's go.
You notice, Barnaby, as you say this, the darkness nearby seems to fizzle, revealing this creature.
Yeah, you.
You notice a draconic form. Its head inhales deeply once again. You can see a chill just seems to surround this creature. Its red eyes narrow at you, and it says, "Leave me the gnome for a snack."
Okay.
No, let's go. Come on, we're leaving. We gave us our money.
You sure you don't want the halfling?
Told you he was greedy.
Yeah, he
Let's
probably doesn't
go.
taste very good. We should just leave.
You have made a deal. Best to honor it.
We're going. Just leave him alone. We're fine. No more talking.
Barnaby, as you start moving by, you will notice it reaches out its claw and just flicks you in the butt. And then it pulls it back, and you see its coal just all about it as it looks at you, looking very evil.
Don't. Come on.
I'll look at him and smile as I'm walking away.
Barnaby getting accosted was not on my list for this session.
All right, guys, you continue making your way forward. The whatever that creature was fades away back into darkness and doesn't seem to bother you any longer. You guys continue traveling on the Shadow Road, and as we are at the end of our session here, guys, we will end it here. We'll pick up next time as you continue making this path up to your final destination. Hope everybody had a good session this time. Great intro on the new character Runak. Interested to learn more about him. And yeah, guys, we'll see everybody next week.
Good job, guys. See ya.
Hey,
Right,
Brian.
guys.
Bye, everybody.